Yo, yo, what's going on? We are live slightly earlier than the old 8 o'clock, but nonetheless, we are all set to go. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm just going to chuck a few things around on the old Facebook pages, and then we will be getting stuck into your questions. Hope you guys are traveling all right. There's definitely plenty to talk about. Bit of Paddy Cripps discussion. Bruce, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be very interesting whether we choose to trade or how we go about it. There's definitely a very awkward decision coming up with Cripps just missing the 1 week by the looks of it. So give me about 20 seconds and I'll be with you. And of course, we've got the quiz later on, probably quarter to 10 by the time we really get stuck into it, I'd imagine. So feel free to put a couple of questions in, go about your merry day, and come back whenever you see fit. All right, I reckon that should be good to go. Nice. What's going on, guys? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Slightly earlier than normal, but by about 3 minutes, so we won't read too much into that. So, Jono, first off the rank, how are you, mate? I'm going all right, thank you. Good to see you. Hope you're traveling nicely, my friend. You'll be happy with the Saints. Global sports card investor. G'day there, Daniel Son. He's a regular. He's reliable as they come. We love that. Caleb's in. Hey, mate. How are you? What's going on? Dave's here. How's things, my friend? Another regular. Gotta love that. Good to see you. And we got Brah straight up with the first question. That's what we like. English or Heaney? Oh, I'd probably lean towards English, mate. I feel like they're both guys that we want in our team, but I just think the fact that English, with that dual position availability and the fact that we could need that in the ruck, I feel like the ruck is proving a little tricky. So I like that aspect, but I feel like both of them kind of need to be in your team. If you really want to nitpick, Franklin's out this for the next couple of weeks, and I don't think Papley's coming back. So, does that change Heaney's role even for a week or two? We'll wait and see. But hopefully that helps you with the question. Bob Rob, Dawson for Rowell or Bont for Cripps? I would do Dawson for Rowell, mate. I think Cripps is only out for the 1 week, it would seem. And I think Rowell, after that first week, just hasn't quite been what we were hoping for. So I reckon he's probably going to leave a lot of teams this week, next week, maybe the week after, all depending how he scores. But yeah, I think you're trading out, or your options are trading out Cripps, who is a premium, missing 1 week, or Rowell, who we're going to have to get rid of anyway. So I think I'd go Rowell. Travis, what's going on, mate? Cripps rumored to miss only 1 week. Is he a hold? Yes, this has been a roller coaster. Cripps could be 2 or 3. Cripps could play this week. And now it looks, I think I saw an official report that they said he would miss this week, but it is very minor. He's escaped major injury for that hammy, which is great news, but does leave us with a very awkward situation of do you hold or do you not? I'm going to have to digest it, but I am leaning towards hold just because I think he'll be back so quick. And I know we've got a few extra trades, but this would be a no-brainer if we had the normal amount of trades. Like anything less than 30, you definitely want to be holding premiums when you can. So I lean towards a hold there, mate. Global Sports Card Investor, Cripper is a hold. I think he tends to agree. So, yeah, I think so. We just pray that we don't get stitched up. Oh, actually, we just feel like he needs a second week. That's what we want to avoid. Caleb got a dead rookie in Ned Long. Would you trade him out at all? Already have O'Driscoll, by the way. Yeah, I think if there's an opportunity to get someone who's going to generate more cash than he will, absolutely. Maybe that's Erasmus for you. But yeah, basically speaking, it's annoying when a rookie doesn't make you money and it feels a bit sideways because you're trading a rookie to a rookie and not really getting much cash out of it. But don't make it like an absolute pressing priority, but don't miss out on a good cash cow either. Amusement Productions, Daniel. Before the whole world joins, I suggest you hurry up and show feet. He's been onto this. He's been onto this for a couple of days now. Happen in the comments. Look, mate, maybe if I tip 9 one day, or if I finish top 100 in the round, you just never know. You're a funny man, mate. You give me a good old laugh, man. Ricky, how's it going, my friend? Hey, Shorty, thoughts on Cripps looking to miss a week? Could be more. Well, that's the golden question, isn't it? Could be more. Will it be more? We'll have to wait and see. What I'm hearing is that it's just one. I think if this week was a final, it sounds like he would play. But for me, it's a hold. We'll wait to see if we get a little bit more information as the week rolls on. Lockie's in the house. How are you, mate? Is Zach Butters a hold, or do I trade him this week? I think he's a hold. I still feel like he's a top 8 forward. Look, he had a poor couple of weeks. There's no shying away from that. There's a bit of a stink coming out of Port Adelaide. Something's a bit off there. He had 2 great weeks to start and then 2 weeks that we'd rather forget. So if that's your only issue, then yeah, maybe you can be aggressive and trade him out, get a hold of someone else. If Butters fires up again, you'll be able to pick him up at a cheaper price. That's the aggressive approach. But if you got issues like everyone else, Cripps, Bruce, Hinge, all that sort of stuff, I'd suggest he's probably the least of our problems and just keep him. Josh Baird hates Luke Ryan. Yeah, gosh, what was it, 77 again on the weekend? He just, aside from that 156, mate, I think it's almost time to bite that bullet, isn't it? He's killing Luke Ryan owners. I've got him in one of my drafts, and yeah, not happening for us. Gus, g'day, Shorty. Do you reckon Toog for Cripps is a good trade? Look, if Cripps is missing 1 week, I would suggest hold. Yes, bringing in Took Miller would be great. I prefer to bring in Jack Steele if you don't have him already. The only reason I say that is Took Miller, you're going to get him at a cheaper price, definitely next week, and even likely the week after. So maybe the time isn't now to trade him in. Not that he's not going to score well, but you could get him 50 or 60K cheaper, definitely 40K cheaper, you would imagine. So sometimes we just got to take those little wins. Sometimes it's about just pinching value here and there, and all of a sudden you've saved yourself 140K over 2 or 3 trades, and it makes a big difference. So, Jamie, how you going? Yeah, back. We're back, mate. CP Shortland, you got any suggestions to replace Josh Kelly? Where's Josh priced at? Yeah, hasn't been. He teased us with those 41 touches during the preseason. I think 547. Look, Tommy Mitchell would be around there. Do you have faith in Darcy Parish? There are a few guys around that mark. Petrarca's not far off. I think if you get Petrarca, I feel like he's not super out of reach off the top of my head. Is he 590 or something? Or am I making that up? 596. So, yeah. And, of course, Tom Green, is still averaging bonkers and is a bit cheaper as he still makes his way up in price. Now we got Langers on board. How are you, mate? What's going on? He says, hi, Shorty. Horror week for me. Right now thinking Ward and Durden to Nathan O'Driscoll and Brody. Cripps on the bench and considering going bang to Tom Green too to get some scoring back. Hope you're well. Thank you, mate. I hope you're well too. Hope you're travelling nicely. And yes, I have heard on the grapevine that there's been a bit of a horror week. What did you actually say? Yeah, I think I'll be getting O'Driscoll in. Yeah, look, Brody, he's still a good guy to bring in. I guess the absolute value in Brody, was definitely the week before or even the one prior. But jumping on that train after 135, I can't blame you. And yes, Tommy Green, he was looking good, just selling a bit of candy, snapping goals left, right, and centre. So, no, I think that's a good idea, mate, just to keep that premium presence on your midfield while you hold Cripps. So, I like it, Langus. I like it. You'll have to come back on this channel. You seem to make some sense, my friend. And he says, make your bed. I actually am. I'm in the process of it, mate. I actually went to Kmart and bought a fitted sheet, got home, it was the wrong size. I fucked it. So apparently my bed's a queen bed. Didn't know that. Got the wrong size. Got it on the two corners, and I was like, shit, this ain't going to fit. So, oh, shit. Might go to Kmart after the live session or in the morning. We'll see how we go. Global Sports Card Investor, what's your trade plans for the next couple of rounds? Yeah, mate, I think I'm going to attack some fallen premiums in the mid. I really want to get my hands on Taranto or English, but hard to assess where they'll be at. But I'd really love to bring in a couple of Jack Steele, Miller, Petrarca, Brayshaw. They're all guys that I feel they're not cheap as chips, but I think in a week or two, barring a 160, they're going to be, 40 to 60K below where I feel like they should be. So I want to try and snap that up. Probably in a longer term thought, Mitch Duncan's definitely a guy to keep your eye on. He's an older fella and he's making his way into the season slowly but surely. He'll be right and he'll be at a very nice price for us when we do pick him up. Hayden should get rid of Ridley. Yeah, look, that's on my mind as well. I'm not sure what happened. I know, did he get a head knock or something? So, yeah, it's probably in the thoughts. I just want to deal with a couple of other issues and see if I've got the luxury to trade him out. I still think he's a premium. Obviously, round one was a stinker for all involved at the Bombers, and then 2 tons, and then an injury-affected score, seemingly. I didn't see the game, but it seemed like it was affected. So, yeah, someone might be able to tell me with a bit more information. Amusement Production says, bruh, my round was as awkward as when Amusement Productions keep asking for a feat reveal, but just gets the same old laugh, then moves on. Deja vu, mate, every week. It's not a long line of people queuing up to see my feet, mate. In fact, I think you might be the only one, but I love your work. Love your work, mate. Gus, shorty cutie. Because Bruce is suspended, I've got Dixon off my bench and put him on the playing field. Put Bruce on the bench. Good move. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter if it's good or bad, does it? It's about the only thing you can do. So, no, I think that's fine, mate. Look, Dixon showed that he can actually score. I didn't know if he would be capable of that. And Nick Nat going out only gives us more reason to think that he can pump out a 70 plus. So, it's just for 1 week. You certainly wouldn't be getting rid of Bruce. He's got a lot of money to make for us. So, yeah, cross the fingers. Hope he scores well. Bruce will come back and then let that money generate. So, good stuff. Josh says, thoughts on Ben Keys? Yeah, look, he's going real well. Hasn't dropped under 100. Look, he's not the nicest ball user all the time, but he just wins it. Clearances after and he's been fantastic. So if you're looking for a point of difference, I couldn't argue with you. Not someone that I'm drastically looking to bring in, but I couldn't argue if you wanted to bring him into the side. Global says, how's the student life treating you? Yeah, good, mate. Good. We're on holidays now, so I'm sort of looking to just study a bit in the first week, and then take a real chill week in the second one. So, but overall, really good. Going to be catching up with the crew for a few drinks at some stage, which will be fun. Yeah, it's a bit of a juggling act that I haven't had to juggle for a while. Work, social, and hang on a sec, you got to actually find some time to study in your own time. So that's been different, but we're getting there. Thanks, mate. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. Gus says, what do you think of the Dons? Look, I didn't have them in the 8 to start with. I feel like they're still developing. They've been hit pretty hard by injury, and I feel like they're a side that just can't afford that. Their midfield is pretty deep, but also needs a little bit of probably needs a big dog in there. Like, it would be great if you could just transport George Hewitt in there. That's sort of what they need, I reckon. You've got some young developing players in the forward line, and I quite like the back six. So I see them, best case scenario, maybe the last couple of rungs in the 8. And but I'd anticipate sort of a 9th or 10th kind of finish. So, gee, they had to get that win on the weekend, though, didn't they? They really had to get that one. Langer's just saying g'day to Jono. Caleb, do we get Bruce in next week or no? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. When he returns from the suspension, I mean, I'll be doing. I mean, the only thing that I'll be looking at is who else do the Giants name. You know, you want to make sure that he's sole rucking again. But even if he's not, he's going to make money just off the back of what he's done in his first 2 weeks. So I'd say, yeah, he's coming in. Timothy, what's going on, mate? How are you? Evening, Shorty. Looking like I'll make the following moves. Stevens to Erasmus, Cherry to be confirmed, and the bank 240K, and then upgrade Rowell to Miller next week. Took should be at his lowest next week. Yeah, I like that a lot. He's always got a bit of thought behind it, Tim, and that's what we love here. Yeah, that's a good idea. And I'm much in the same boat. I think Stevens will go, Erasmus will come in some form, and I'll probably hold Cherry just one more week. Could someone tell me, I'm pretty sure a fella mentioned to me that the dual positions kick in after next week, so before round 6. I thought it was after round 6, but if anyone knows, because that'd be super handy, because I'll hold Cherry, swing him into the ruck, and downgrade him to Bruce. But I need to know if they change next week. Otherwise, that plan will not work. Chappy, what's going on, mate? How are ya? Going well, thanks. We got Derek all the way from Thailand. What's happening? Going Cripps to Bont, worried about further injuries. Cheers. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I reckon he's had more issues with the shoulders and that type of thing rather than soft tissue. But yeah, that's fair enough. If he does fire up again, his price ain't going anywhere all too quick off the back of that 38. So you might have time to assess it if you do get the itch to bring him back in. Gus, good mid, Neil McRae, Miller, Steele, Oliver, Rochelle, Horn Francis, and Dacos. Yeah, nice. There's a bit of cash generation from those last few, mate. That's what we like. Harry, thoughts on getting in O'Driscoll, even though Tucker, Fife, and Sarong have to come back? Will he get dropped, and who do we trade him in for, E.G. Ward or Stevens? I think Fife is still a little bit away. I wouldn't be too concerned over Tucker. I feel like O'Driscoll's more of your outside winger type. I don't know if – I know Tucker's played on a wing at times, but I think Sarong is more inside. We'll get an insight into – I think he's coming back this week. I don't think we need to worry about Fife. Look, if he's named this week, I think you just got to roll those dice. If he gets dropped in 2 weeks, he gets dropped in 2 weeks. It'd be annoying, but you'd hate to leave that on the table because I think if he's playing good footy, I don't think they're going to drop him. So, and worst case scenario, you probably got a month until Fife comes back. As for who, well, if Ward keeps his spot, then you trade out Stevens. I know he's not setting the world on fire, but I still think he's got a handy score in him at some point in time. Seems like a while off, but yeah, always trade out the guy who's not playing, even as opposed to a out of form or struggling rookie, which Josh Ward is at the moment. That's all right. We got faith. Jono, what's going on? My Saints are going strong. Like you said, Shorty, hopefully stay consistent. Yeah, look, they've been great. They've been great. So you must be pumped with that. Gresham's looking awesome. Langer's just he's had a rough week, old Langer's on the SuperCoach front, but he'll fight on. He'll fight through. Chappy, I'm trading Ryan this week. Can't have scores of 70. Need at least 90 plus from him. So Ryan and Hinge for O'Driscoll and Sinclair or Doc. Oh, yeah, fair. No, that's fair. Oh, I lean towards Sinclair, but I feel like I've haven't give Doherty too much credit all year, and he just keeps on getting it done. So I would slightly lean towards Sinclair, but Doherty's probably got a few more runs on the board, I would say. Craig, selling for Steele. Can't have Cripps in my team. G'day, Shorty. How are you, mate? I'm good. Yeah. Look, I think Steele would be the guy I would bring in too if I was choosing to trade him. Probably looking at holding, but Ben Smith, Shorty, trade out Gibcus or Ward for O'Driscoll. I would do Gibcus. I know neither have shown much scoring ability, but I feel like Ward, obviously, let's wait and see if he gets picked. I mean, there's always a chance he gets dropped, but I still think Ward is just a more capable scoring player with the role he plays, even though we haven't quite seen it yet. So I would say Gibcus. Gus, and he's got the back line. Do O'Driscoll need to do anything? Doesn't look like it, mate. That back line looks fine to me. You already got O'Driscoll, so that's good as gold, mate. Stuart, thoughts on Darcy Parish in? Yeah, look, I think he hasn't quite returned to that absolute best on ground ceiling 150 plus yet, has he? But I think he's pretty well priced. If you need a guy at a decent price and you can't quite get up to a Steele or Petrarca or whatever it might be, I think he's going to be pretty solid. Yeah, I think he'd be solid. Jamie, holding Cripps, Saligo and Baldwin out, O'Driscoll and Dixon in. Thoughts? Yeah, look, definitely O'Driscoll. I mean, you're culling a couple of rookies that just aren't doing it for us, so that's a good call. And look, ideally, Dixon has had a couple of price rises, I think, maybe just one, maybe because he missed a game. But yeah, I think the graph is trending up, so I think jumping on board, he could be a nice little cash cow. Cal Thomas, what's going on, mate? He says, hey, Shorty, how are you going? I'm all right, mate. How are you? What are you finding to be your weakest line in your team at this stage? Also, what's your take on Ben Keys? Not a lot of chatter about him, but super consistent. Yeah, I'd say definitely the line that probably gives me the most concern is probably the ruck. Just that R2 in particular. Not really sure who I even want to get at, down the track. And probably the lack of scoring with the rookies down back and generating that cash is giving me a few nerves. But I think a lot of us are in that same boat there. Ben Keys, I actually had someone mention before, so maybe he's starting to catch on. Yeah, he's not the prettiest player or anything like that, but he gets it done. So great ball winner, a key part of the Crows midfield, great clearance player. So yeah, he's in terms of point of differences, he'd be one of the best, I'd say. Gus, and he's got the forwards. The only thing I would say there, mate, is just probably keep an eye on Cherry. Probably get out. You fucking freak. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Leave. Oh, my roommates are freaks. Hey, Jonah.
Hey, guys. Hey.
How was footy? Yeah, cool. Oh, boy. Yeah, do any of you guys not feel safe in your own home? It's how I feel every day. As I was saying, Gus, I would just keep an eye on Cherry and just, whether it's this week or next, he's going to definitely price out, and I reckon we could turf him. Thanks to everyone who's jumped on board. 60 already. That's awesome. So thanks very much. Well, I think the quiz was a really well-received setup last week. So I've put together another 10-question quiz for you guys. Bit of a mainly footy, bit of SuperCoach thrown in there. So all depending how we get through these questions. But I would say, 9:10, 9:30 sort of deal. But yeah, if you want to get involved, we can fit 60 into it. Stay tuned for that. So hopefully you can stick around and get involved. Chappie, hopefully Butters gets more mid-time now that Wines is out. Yeah, that's true. I didn't get a chance to. I remember seeing a stat. It wasn't like he got minimal mid-time, but yeah, he definitely wasn't as full-time as maybe we'd hope. I feel like Gray coming back and Fantasia, wherever those guys are, would help as well. And clearly Wines going out helps that too. Global Sports Card Investor, if you have a decent cover on the bench, it's a hold for Cripps. But if you only have cockroaches like Ward, it's trade. Yeah, that's a really short-term view. I feel like because we have 35 trades, it's so natural to be a bit flippant with them. But at some stage, we will regret trading every time we get the chance. So I'm probably leaning towards holding him. And probably would be exposing Erasmus, which I think is slightly better than Ward. But yeah, that's a valid point. John, I just have a bit of a check. Gus got the 3 boosts left. Yeah, the boost is handy, isn't it? Global Sports Card says Bowie to drizzle a row. Oh, to drizzle. Yeah, I was like, what's going on there? Yeah, nice. A row to Bont for me. Yeah, I feel like Bont's going to be a popular one, and I feel like he's been a touch off, but he's still scoring okay. So he just finds a way to find points, doesn't he? And you would only imagine as the Dogs get a bit better, he didn't seem as fit as maybe he could be. He seemed to have a niggle early, so I feel like he's only getting better and better. Caden, do we trade Cripps, and if so, upgrade or downgrade? I would hold him, but if you want to, definitely an upgrade. I don't think you want to leave yourself too short in terms of losing premiums unless you're using that cash to upgrade one elsewhere. But I'm not gonna sign my life away to it, but I am leaning towards hold. Jace, short man, my draft team is cooked. Oh no. Any tips for moving players, trading players in draft? No, mate, that's no good. All I can say is just become a free agency king. Sunday night, you be the first one on there looking at those waiver claims. You put in those waiver claims. It'll be tough. If it's cooked, you've probably got 2, maybe 3 guys on each line that you're not fully sold with, probably just 2. Rotate those guys around. Just even if they're just form players, bring them in for a month, capitalize on their form, get rid of them if they start to drop off. But yeah, I've definitely been in the position. It's a hard road back, but definitely dominate that free agency, and it'll be hit and miss, but you'll be surprised how many gems you can find if you really do sift through. And check the injury list too. If there's a guy that's 2-3 weeks away, but he's a gun and no one's got him, be like, okay, I'll grab him and maybe I can cover him in the meantime. Theo's in the house. How are you, mate? Trade Bowie, Lipinski, or Rowell, and to who? I did so far. Dixon in, especially for Nick Nat being out. O'Driscoll in for Hinge. Love the work, man. Nah, thanks, mate. Good to have you on board again. I definitely like bringing in O'Driscoll or Dixon. That's a great move. I probably lean towards Bowie. I would hold Rowell. I know he's been struggling a bit, but he's got the biggest ceiling out of all those guys and could go bang at any moment. I would probably say Bowie. I think the other 2 guys still have that scoring potential, and Bowie's probably done his job, made some cash, hurt himself and hurt us with that 47 or whatever it was on the weekend on Thursday. So I think he might be the guy. We say, thanks, mate. You did your job. Talk to you later. Caleb, what do I do with Hinge? Should I trade him or is there a better option? Well, you guys might be able to tell me. I have heard like next to nothing on how bad his injury is. So is he going to get named? If it's pretty simple, I think if he's missing a week, then yeah, he's fair game. If it's 2 or 3, yeah, definitely get rid of him. I still feel like he's got a lot of money to make, and the concern, he can score, so he can score 70 plus. The concern is if you trade him, and it might be to O'Driscoll or something, but you really don't want like DeConning or Gibcus on the field all too often, because you chuck him on with McCartan and you've got guys who just could really let your scoring down. Most people have McCartan on the field, but yeah, don't leave yourself too exposed. Oatsy, Shorty got burnt with the C on Cripps last week. Don't care how long he's out. I'm trading. Haven't boosted yet, but looking at doing it this week. Cripps, Dangerfield, Hinge for Bont, Hewitt, O'Driscoll. Yeah, that looks good, mate. Look, I mean, yeah, it kills you when you got the C on a bloke and he does that, but he was heading for a massive score. He whipped out those points in a quarter. So look, I would say even if it's the week, I'd probably want to hold him, but they are good trades, so it's hard to argue. Ricky, Nathan O'Driscoll, a must get, and for which rookie? Yeah, I feel like you just gotta take a chance. When a bloke scores 100, and it's really hard to find the next wave of rookies, I think you just got to take that chance. And I'd probably say Gibcus would be the guy, unless you've got Hinge, and if he's missing, then he would be a guy. Caden, should I trade Ridley? And do you think Butters will bounce back? I do think Butters will bounce back. I'm happy to hold him. And Ridley, don't know. I feel like even at his best, he's probably the 7th or 8th best defender, something like that. You could convince me either way. If you can bring in Tommy Stewart or a Hall or Jaden Short, if you don't have him, something like that, then yeah, I probably would. But equally, if you got bigger fish to fry, you could equally keep him. Peter, Shorty, what are your thoughts on Daniel Rioli? Was thinking of trading out Butters for him. Has dual position, so he would add flexibility to my team, or wait a week and give Butters another chance. My initial gut feel is keep Butters. I just want to check Rioli's stats. I can give you a bit better of an idea. Geez, has been pretty consistent, hasn't he, off that half back? Nah, I'd say keep Butters, mate. Look, I think Rioli is in some good form and he's going well, but I'd prefer. Look, if you said, hey, Shorty, who's going to score more points for the rest of the year, Butters or Rioli? Definitely Butters. And you're not really pocketing much coin at all. So, yeah, I would keep Butters, mate. Keep the faith. I reckon he'll bounce back. Caleb, as I said on the last live, I was top 3K now, moved up to 2081. Nice. That's good as, mate. Well played. Well played. You're moving in the right direction there up at the pointy end. Gus says, what did you score? If that's in relation to me or Caleb, I can answer me. 2,211. So solid. I think I moved up to around the 11,000th mark. So it wasn't a big move, but we're within touching distance of the good ranks. I'll take anything after last year's disaster. This time last year, it was turmoil. The season was just about done. I had that many holes in my side. Lockie, so disappointed by Ward. McDonald thought Ward especially would be a gem until round 8 or something. Totally agree. I really have been sort of waiting for him to just start producing those 70s. McDonald probably, I didn't have as high hopes. I probably wanted a bit more than 23 out of him, but no, Ward, bit disappointing, those for sure. Gus, 2277, good score this week or bad? No, it's a good score. That is a good score. I think I've seen a lot of people in the low 2000s, 2100s off the back of a Cripps captaincy. So, no, you'd take that every day of the week. Josh, hey, Shorty, should I bring in Dixon, O'Driscoll, or both? I think if you can bring in both, I would. I think both are going to make us some serious cash. Of course, it depends for who. You don't want to burn a guy that's already going to make you cash. But if you got some dead weight rookies hanging around, yeah, bring them both in. Benny Smith, Shorty, what do you think or who do you think will be better, Horn Francis or Dacos? If we're talking this year's SuperCoach, Dacos. I think he's going to be just a more friendly role. Probably aids itself to more consistency, but that first half of Horn Francis last week was bloody impressive. Langers, I'll leave the chatting to Shorty, John. Hey, that's much more in his space. Yeah, no, that's fair. Thanks, Langers. You're a good man. And Jono, love your work. Tyler, how's it going, Shorty? At Lime Cordial in Vic, so can't tease you tonight with Big Man. I'm sure you were gutted. Also, lucky to get the win without Rada. Should have lost because Rada wasn't playing. Now, have fun, mate. Get around it. And yeah, gee, who would have thought? Gee whiz. Even without the big fella, got the job done. But thanks for checking in, mate. Gus, any quiz tonight? Yeah, absolutely. I might have already answered that one for you, but if you didn't hear, I'd say we'd do it in about an hour or so. Got it ready up here in one of these tabs, ready to go. So, yeah, there'll be a quiz. Matt, Scotty Pendlebury, a good pickup for Raul. Yeah, look, if you wanted to treat it a little bit point of difference, yeah, you're getting a defender in theory. He isn't yet, but he will be. So, yeah, I don't mind that left field thinking if that's what your budget allows. Caden, who would you captain this week? Well, without having dissected the fixture, I think you've got to put the VC on Neil. And then probably Good Friday. Yeah, I'd look at McRae. Definitely be an option. You might maybe want to avoid one of the D stars just because Ash, or does DeBoer even tag anymore? I'm not sure. It seems to be Ash. Could be lurking. But yeah, I would say it's hard to ignore how good McRae is for us, and Lockie Neal and McRae. McInerney's back this week, isn't he? Otherwise, I'd say Grundy could be worth a little VC dabble. Justin, all my thoughts on trades went out the window with suspensions. Still think Ward can pick up, but probably dump McDonald for O'Driscoll so can bench Cripps. Yeah, I feel pretty similar. I think it's probably Gibcus or O'Driscoll. Sorry, Gibcus or McDonald for mine, because O'Driscoll's got that dual position, doesn't he? So, yeah, be interesting to see if some of those young Hawks can hold their spot. Gus, what position changes do you reckon will happen? Yeah, Pendles will be a defender. Cherry will get ruck status. Heaney and Butters will get mid status. I think they'll definitely be two important ones. I mean, Dacos will get defender status, which could be handy for a bit of dual position play. So, yeah, I think they're probably the main ones. I heard a bit of talk that Bailey Smith could get forward eligibility. Not too sure. Lipinski as well. Lang has sent me a graph, so yeah, I'm not too sure, but there are a couple that come to mind. So, Jickle, do you think Will Brodie will be a keeper? Nah, probably not. I probably think he's just making the most of his time as one of the main men in there. You know, Sarong's missed a bit of footy. Obviously, Pfeiffer's missed a lot of footy. So I think he's just enjoying his time as one of the top 3 or 4 mids and a key player inside that midfield rotation. But once those other guys come back, he'll just get pushed out a smidgen. So I don't think a keeper, but probably the best cash cow that we are looking at all year, I think. Oh, Scotty Bennett's in the house. What's going on, Scotty? Nice work, Shorty. He says, good stuff, mate. How you been? What's going on? You in Melbourne these days, mate? What's happening? Good to hear from you. Funnily enough, I'm back at Coles temporarily. Oh boy, I know what you're thinking, mate. No good. Just delivering groceries as I study for a year. So can't get away from the joint, mate. King Ranger, hey mate, how's it going? I'm good, mate. How are you traveling? Thanks for jumping on board. Daniel Land, thoughts on Ryan to Doherty? Yeah, look, Doherty just keeps doing his thing. I think Sinclair's also in the mix, but yeah, Ryan, aside from that one score, he's really hurt owners. So yeah, I think that's fair. Langers, you would buy the wrong size fitted sheet. Yeah, had a howler, mate. Had a howler. I went into Kmart, got a nice little basket to put my toilet rolls in because I'm an adult, so that makes sense. And what else did I buy? Yeah, the fitted sheet fucked up. Oh, and towels. Yeah, bought some towels. So now got 2 towels. That's good. Yeah. Yes, adult life. Jono, dual positioning kick in after this round. Lovely. Thanks, mate. Yeah, good. That's crucial. You wouldn't know what a made bed was if it bit you on the bum. No, that's probably fair. But when Shorty is hosting, the bed is made. And I don't mean in a weird Tinder way, but when Greyjoy is hosting a little party, this room's got to sharpen up. And that's what I was doing today, sharpening it up, even though it may not quite look like it just yet. Oh my God, how am I going to sleep in that? Anyway, that is how we do it. Chaz or Chaz even. Hey, Shorty, just wondering your thoughts on Rowell. Does he have much more money to make? I know he has amazing scoring capacity or capability, but we haven't seen it this year. No, aside from round 1, look, I'm happy to hold him. He sort of goes in that category of, yeah, it's a bit disappointing, but a 120 could be around the corner at any case, which could just reboot his cash generation. So I wouldn't make him a priority to trade him out. I think that break even is definitely achievable. He's not going to make too much money, but he could still score you some handy points this week. If that's the case, it just regenerates the scoring cycle and the cash flow cycle. If he just puts out a 72 this week, then yeah, absolutely. Adding to that is a few premiums in the mid are falling. Miller, Petrarca, Oliver, Brayshaw. There are a few. So definitely worth holding him just in case. And even if he doesn't go that well, you got better access to those guys next week. Thanks, Jono. Good man. Justin, if the change happens after this round, will help a lot moving Jason Horn-Francis, Dacos, especially Dacos into defence. Yeah, 100%. It'll be a massive help and sounds like it will happen. So that'll be great for us. Gus, thinking about getting in Cripps and Hinge this week. Thoughts? Getting in. I am confused, my friend. Well, I wouldn't bring him in this week, but if you want to clarify exactly what you mean, and if it's a piss take, no worries. No worries. We love that. Josh Baird, Cogs and McDonald, Tex Wanganeen as well, and a Primo under 600K. Oh, I see. That's a comparison. I'd probably prefer to keep Cogs and just ride it out with McDonald. I wouldn't jump on Tex Wanganeen. I don't think he's been scoring too well. Even though you can get a premium there, I think it's not time to hit the panic button on Cogs. If that's what you meant, I'd keep the faith in Cornelio. GRB Aquatics, I have not heard what is the story with Cripper, 1 week or multiple weeks. At this stage, it's looking like just one, mate. So he's avoided any serious concerns, which is great. And I think, look, put it this way, the way I read it, I think if this was a final, he plays. They're happy to give him 1 week to get him cherry ripe. So hopefully, we never can fully know, but it looks like just a 1 week. Thanks everyone who's jumped on board. Chuck us a little cheeky thumbs up if you're enjoying it. If you're around for the quiz, give us a thumbs up. It's not for the ego, but does help the algorithm apparently. So we love the support. So thanks for jumping on board. And yeah, like I said, I'll just try and smash as many questions as I can. I think once we get to sort of 9:40, we'll start to turn a bit of a focus to the quiz. So get your questions in, as soon as you can, because there is a slim chance that questions that come through in 20, 30 minutes, I may not get to. We'll just see. But we'll keep smashing them. Justin thought about grabbing Sinclair, but Hunter only 1 or 2 weeks away. Yeah, that's a good point. Look, he might get budged a little bit out of the midfield, but gee, he's going that well. They might be more inclined to play Hunter Clark off halfback. I don't think you'd chuck Sinclair out of a position that he's dominating. And he did show an ability to average, I think it was 93 in the second half of last year off halfback. So that's worth keeping in mind too. Jono's the Saints man, loves it. Caden, who are the must-haves at the moment? I think at the moment it's just about identifying the rookies that you just got to have. So I think Erasmus is nearly a must-have. I know the Dockers have a few mids coming back. I think O'Driscoll. You just don't want to miss Dixon as well, probably. Just don't want to miss those guys that are going to make you money. There will always be premiums available at slight discounts and all that sort of stuff. But that's no good to us if we don't have enough cash. So, Chappie, IS just getting around the Cripps update. Amusement Productions, have you ever been tempted to sleep inside the fridge? Well, no, but at this rate, it could be the way. So, could be the way. But in a classic all-male household, there's a bottle of milk that no one is claiming in the fridge that it's disgusting. And in fact, I'll give anyone $500 if they drink it. I wouldn't go near it, just personally. Jonas, what's going on? Shorty, mate, get your SuperCoach terminology sorted out for the break-even videos. Break-evens and bust-evens. The hell's a bust-even? Fucking hell. Cash cows, you can keep on milking. Cash hogs, ready for the slaughter. That's good. That's good. If I can slide the word milking into any video, that's a good day. That's a good day. So thanks, mate. Langus is back. Bit of an AFL Unlimited podcast pump up in the chat. Yes, mate. Have you got a link? Get that going on. So me and the boys do a bit of a podcast on a Monday night, talking general footy. So Langus, if you wanted to pop in a link in there, feel free. But I think I've got it here. I think. So yeah, if you want to hear 4 lads just talking a bit of footy, that link might work. Technology is not a strong suit, but the podcast is AFL Unlimited. You can find it on Spotify and Anchor, I think it is, and at your local bookstore. All good bookstores should have us. Obviously, that is a joke. We are not a book. We are a podcast. So Oh boy, Jack's here. Jack, piss off the quiz, mate. If you join the quiz, so look, this man is an imposter. He has had access to the quiz, but for full equity, about 9:30, mate. About 9:30. Chappie, yeah. What are we thinking, Jono? Oh yes, he's just sussing a bit of the Saints insight. Lockie, thoughts on Cherry to Dixon? Just thinking it might be too early to pull the pin on Cherry, but would love to make the bread. Yeah, do you have Bruce? The only thing I would say, if you don't have Bruce, then do the Cherry move next week because Cherry will have ruck availability by next week. If you do have him, then yeah, I probably would pull it because Cherry, yeah, he may pump out an 80 and make a little bit of cash, but Dixon's going to make a lot more cash. So as long as it doesn't hurt your on-field scoring too much. Nice. Joey. Hey, Shorty, great show, mate. Thank you very much. Great to have you on board. Appreciate that. Cripps killed me last week. Captain. Hate that. It got a few of us, mate. Do I bring in Nathan O'Driscoll? I wasn't going to do trades, but have two rookies not playing on the Pine. Yeah, absolutely. If you've got dead weight rookies like that, then I would do that for sure. Bring in that generation. I would definitely do it. Melton Farmers, you play footy yourself, Shorty? I actually don't. Once upon a time, yes. I used to played a bit of juniors, and have made a couple of returns which have been all too fleeting. Yeah, pulled on the boots maybe a couple of years ago, but they weren't on for too long. So I do love having a kick around, but I probably more so played tennis as a youngster and just always found the old footy just a massive commitment throughout the week, which is just with a few more jobs I've had has made it a little bit tricky. But might have to make a return. I think I say that yearly, just about. Nick Robbins, thoughts on downgrading twice this week to save some cash? Gibcus for O'Driscoll and McDonald for Hollins, who I think is in this week. Yeah, right. I'd definitely do the O'Driscoll one, but even if Hollins does come in this week, just hold off because I know McDonald's not exactly setting the world on fire, but we just want to get Hollins on the bubble. It'd be great if he does, but let's see how he scores. Let's see if he holds his spot. But that's promising if he is coming in because we can do with all the rookies. We need them. Josh Baird, I recommend to keep Luke Ryan, even though he's annoying to have. He can go huge, and he's proven that he has in the past. By the end of the year, I reckon he can be top 8 defender. Yeah, it's tough, mate. Like, I get why people are trading him out, but it's super frustrating at the moment. I've said it a couple of times. His natural scoring is not consistent. Like you say, he'll be a 75 and a 125, and he averages 100. But I can see how 3 out of 4 weeks of disappointment has got people a little frustrated. Jack Watson's back. Shorty couldn't play footy if his life depended on it. Wow. That's just a brutal blow to the confidence, Jack. But I'll say this, mate. You put me and you 1-on-1, put that Sharon in the air. I'll take that grab any day of the week, mate. So, goal kicking contest, take you to the cleaners every day of the week, mate. Full disclosure, I live with this bloke. In fact, if you want to see him interrupting a video, he walked in on my most latest one about Cripps. So, Zach Spargo, the guy. Oh, you're too kind, Zach. What's going on? Thoughts on having Dunkley, Heaney, Timmy T, Butters as your F1, F4? Yeah, nothing wrong with that, mate. That's awesome. Obviously, Butters is a bit out of sorts, but I'd back him in. I'm sort of preaching to keep him. We've seen our players can bounce back, like Jack Steele and Max Gorn sort of thing. So, yeah, I'd be happy with that. Chappie, how long do we hold for Josh? Oh, you might have been chatting to someone else there, mate. Gus, thoughts on Peter Wright? Loving what he's doing. He's really finally starting to fulfill that potential. Not of interest in SuperCoach, but I think it's great to see what he's doing because for a while there, it looked like he was just going to be a bloke that never quite fulfilled it. But he's starting to look much more confident. It looks to me like he finally feels like he belongs at AFL level. Tim says Berry, if you have him, is fattening up nicely and will be primed for another upgrade to a premium in the next few weeks. Could be a couple of more form premiums ripe for the picking. Yeah, there's definitely a few that are looking ripe for the picking, which is great to see. And yeah, Berry's been one of those slow burns where a lot would have turfed him after a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. But yeah, it's funny. I thought he was cooked. Thought he hurt his shoulder and power was on, and I think he scored 96. So there you go. Ethan, thoughts on getting rid of Cripps, Skibkis, and Butters for Heaney, English, and O'Driscoll? I like all the guys you're bringing in, but honestly, I'd be saying keep Cripps and keep Butters. I definitely think Gibkis to O'Driscoll would be a good move. If you're desperate to get Heaney and English in, look, I understand, but I think Butters will bounce back. And if Cripps is only 1 week, I'd be happy to hold him. But I do like the 3 guys that you're potentially getting in. King Ranger, hey Shorty, Bowie and Dill Stevens out for O'Driscoll and Sinclair. Good trade. Yeah, definitely, mate. You know, Bowie's done his thing and Stevens not getting a game at the moment. Sinclair looking great. And O'Driscoll, I think, definitely roll those dice. And he looked really good last week. So I like it. Andrew took a punt on Dylan Shield at the start of the year. He's averaging 90 and made some coin for me, but I just don't trust him at all. As a Richmond supporter, it looks like Gibcus is going to keep his job. Yeah, look, nice work on Shield. I think that would have been quite a unique one and not one I would have started with, but he's doing his thing and probably getting a bit more inside mid-time without Zach Merritt in there. So that's great. And yeah, I think Gibcus, his job security is really good. Just finding it hard to see where he finds a 70-plus score or an 80-plus to really give his price that kickstart. But he's a slow and steady burn, so that's all right. Jace, cheers, short man. We'll be hanging around for the quiz. Love it. Hopefully you open the names up. Yes. I did some research. I think I ticked the wrong box last week. So fingers crossed. I'm looking forward to the quiz, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. So Hive, should I get Doc, Hall, Sinclair, or Stewart in for Bowie? I would do Stewart. I think he missed last week because he was sick, but of all those guys, I think he's just the safest, most reliable pick. Caleb, thanks heaps, boss. Appreciate it. No worries, mate. Thanks for jumping on board. Always good to have you around. Jono, if we're getting rid of Cherry next week, who are we trading him down to? I've already got Bruce. Well, probably, yeah, obviously it'd be Bruce in a ruck sense. If you've got Bruce, then I'd be looking at a forward upgrade, Tim Taranto, English, something like that would be my suggestion. Andrew says Gibbius is not going to maintain his role as Miller and Dow played a lot better. If Mitch Hinge is out for more than 1 week, I'm looking to keep him and trade Gibbius for O'Driscoll and then upgrade Shields, Tom Green. Yeah, righto. Oh, I see. Sorry, that was carried on from before. Yeah, rightio. Yep. Yeah, very interested to get a bit of insight as to what is going on with Mitch Hinge. I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Tom Green will be popular. He does look like a beast, and he's still relatively nicely priced, so it's hard to argue there. James, Cripps to Miller and Cherry to Taranto with 100K in the bank. I really like the Cherry one. I'd do that for sure. I'm sort of saying to keep Cripps. I just think, Miller's going to drop again in price, break even, I think 188. So obviously whatever floats your boat, but I think he's only going to miss 1 week. Food for thought. Jonas, Berry's shoulder is hanging on by a thread. He's got break even of 18, so people shouldn't trade yet. But would you have him on the bench with no loop or risk him on the field this week? I'd look with scores of 83 and 96. I'd be fielding him. I mean, I don't think we're batting that deep through our midfield rookies. So yeah, I would definitely have him on the field, mate. Theo says Bowie for Doc or Stewart. As good as Doc is going, I would still go Stewart. I think he's just the most reliable scorer in the game. Or sorry, down back. I think so. Yeah, Harry Chan 2-2-3-2 with Cripps as captain. Wow, the rest of the team must have gone real nice. Well done. That's great. Cameron, hey Shorty, would you trade out Ward for O'Driscoll if you had to trade out a rookie? And are you planning to keep Cripper? Yeah, look, I'd prioritise bringing O'Driscoll in. I still have belief that, he's a top pick. I think Ward will have a day where we go, wow, that's why he was drafted, gets 24, kicks a goal, scores 94 sort of thing. We've got to be pretty patient at the moment, though. So I would do that trade if that's the only option you had. And I'm looking at keeping Cripps. I want to get a bit more clarity on if it is just 1 week, which is seeming like the genuine vibe. And Luke Sinden is sort of backing me up there. Cripps only 1 week hold, ? Absolutely. I think looks like he's all over it with the 1 week, which is what I thought I read tonight, and looks like a popular thought coming through. So just 1 week, yeah, I think it's a hold. Marcus, Rowell, and McDonald to O'Driscoll and Tim English, and hold Cripper. Yep, I like that. I can understand holding Rowell. I can understand trading him. But I do think, as a general rule, hold premiums. And Cripps is a premium. And if he's out for 1 week, I just think you're going to want him at some stage in the year, like towards the end. So what's 1 week between friends, just that should be fine. Gus, can we get a quiz going now and one later on? I don't have two prepared, mate, but I might keep that in mind. The only thing I would say, if I did it like mid, just so many comments flow through with the quiz, it would lose. I'd find it really hard to find where I was at and just lose total track of the momentum. So I might assess it, but I do think at the moment the best way to go about it is just smash questions, finish that, then quiz. But I'm open to ideas. Jack Watson, bring on the quiz. Give the people what they want. Alex, Ridley to O'Driscoll, Stevens to English. Somehow need to get Bont in. Yeah, I wouldn't say Bont's like absolute must have at the moment. I feel like if you can, that's great. But I think we've got a lot of premiums that are going to be nicely priced in the midfield over the next 2 to 3 weeks. He's lost faith in Ridley. Cop that. So hopefully you're not exposing yourself too much down back there by trading out a premium to a rookie. But yeah, Ridley's been a bit hit and miss this year. Marcus Grundy VC going up against Fort. Well, yeah, did McInerney just miss a week? Did he get suspended, I think? I think it was just 1 week. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm not sure if he's back or not. Well, the wonders of technology. I have Google at my fingertips. So what do you got? Oscar McInerney facing a 1 week ban. So he'll be back. So I was thinking the same, to be honest, but looks like it'll be Grundy up against McInerney. Nathan, shorty mate, I've been to deep into research. I like it. I need you to knock some sense into me. Currently looking at Bowie and Rowell to Doherty and Rochelle. Interesting. Look, I like the fact that you've got what you needed out of Bowie, and Doherty's going as good as anyone down back. I think the ship has sailed on Rochelle, mate. Like, I've got to break even at 10, but you've already missed out on sort of 60, 70K, and that's 70K on top of, a normal rookie. So I guess he's coming off a ton. So yeah, you're going to make money, but I don't like that one as much. But I'd love to know the reasoning behind it and some of the other options you have. Because I still think Rowell could score some handy points. But yeah, not sure if I knocked any sense into you there or just confused you even more. But, oh, Christ, I'm miles behind on the questions. I do this every week. Goodness gracious me. GRB, Gibcus to O'Driscoll, McDonald to Windhager, sub Rochelle in the mids to cover Cripps, hold Windhager forward emergency. Yeah, not bad. I wouldn't really jump at Windhager, to be honest. He scored like 33 and job security has to be iffy at best. But the rest, I quite like. Bob Robb says running 4 rookies in the mid, but 5 keepers up forward and back. Not sure how I feel about it. Yeah, right. Well, I guess, honestly, if you're going to run rookies anywhere, in the midfield is probably the way to go because we have a couple that are scoring really, really nice. You're really well set up down forward and down back, up forward and down back. I like that. Matt, who would I rather bring in right now, Will Brodie or Jade Gresham? Probably Will Brodie, I think. I think just that 135 is going to service us super well. They're both playing great footy. But I think Brody's just got a slight edge off the back of that whopper score last week. But Gresham has been really, really good too. So they are both trending upwards in the price. Nick, I'm liking Daniel Rioli at the moment. Good dual position option. Yeah, look, he's a bit point of difference. I don't probably. He's a bit inconsistent by nature. Maybe halfback suiting him to a T. I'd be slightly hesitant, but he's reeled off 3 tons in a row. Makes it hard to argue. My beauty pantry. Shorty, what are your thoughts on Bailey Smith? He's a real pod and a good average so far. Was thinking of upgrading Rao to Smith. Not so much in the midfield, I don't think. I heard a rumor that he might get forward eligibility just with where his percentages of starting positions have been. But I don't see him being a midfield keeper. So unless you're backing him in for that dual position, I probably wouldn't. Chappie, who are we getting out of the 2 Freo rookies? O'Driscoll scored pretty crap before his ton. One of those, I think, was as the sub. Whereas Erasmus got 58 and 70. Yeah, look, if I had to pick between the two, I would go Erasmus. I think he's top 10 pick, been getting centre bounce time, and yeah, probably looks a more consistent option. And I think they're pretty similar price after O'Driscoll went up last week. Stuart, how good is Sinclair at the Swans going? At the Swans, are we talking Callum? Is he still alive? Callum Sinclair? I feel like potentially we're talking about Jack Sinclair, but yeah, Jack Sinclair is absolutely flying and really lapping up that midfield time. Where I did some of my best work back in the day through the midfield. Isn't that right, Jack? Caden, when should I trade McCartan? I'd probably just judge it purely off the break evens, mate. I reckon he can get up to sort of anywhere from 280 to 320. But yeah, just whenever his break even gets to a point where you're like probably 40 to 60, that might be when you trade him. Joe, OnlyFans, please, Daddy. Oh, Joe. You're a funny man. You're a funny man. Liam, Bowie or McDonald to O'Driscoll? I'd probably go Bowie. What's his break even? I just think he's kind of done his job, and I know McDonald was shocking last week. He could get dropped. Makes it an easy question if he gets dropped. Bowie's break even of 82. Yeah, I'd do that unless McDonald happens to lose his spot. Yeah. Hey, Shorty, I have 29 trades. Making a trade for O'Driscoll leaves me with 28 before round 5. Too much, too little, or just right? Any prizes from doing the quiz? I would like to hear your ideas on potential prizes. I sort of don't really know how to give out a weekly prize that, you know what I mean? Like I sort of need like a small prize, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. So happy to hear your ideas. I will note down the winners and maybe somehow we can have like an all-stars quiz at the end of the year when like all winners come together. Again, I'm not sure how to individually invite you, but it's a work in progress. As for your original questions, no, there's nothing wrong with the number of trades you use there as long as they're all good trades. So nothing wrong as long as it's developed your team in the right direction, and you'll be the best judge of that. But as long as they've been good trades and they're helping your team advance, then that's fine. Wayne says, what would you do with Cripper? I'd hold him, mate. I'll be holding Wayno. I think just the 1 week, he's a premium. I don't really feel the need to trade him. Caden's back. What's going on? Who would you downgrade Hoff to, and what do we do with Connor McDonald? I think Erasmus and O'Driscoll are your guys this week. McDonald, I would look. If push comes to shove and you got to get in one of those Freo guys, then yeah, I'd trade him. But if I don't have to, then you just leave him on the bench and you just hope that he pops out an 80 somewhere. You know, like predicting rookie scores is so tough. 1 week, you Dill Stevens scoring 95. The next week, you're scoring 23. The next week, you dropped. So it can happen quickly. It was only 2-3 weeks ago we thought Dill Stevens is going to be a great cash cow. Now we're all getting rid of him because he's not playing. So it can change quick. So it can go the other way too. And that's what we'll be hoping for with Hoff and Ward and McDonald. Jono just answering that one for Chappie. Sports Nut, should I trade Neil, Steele, or Heaney in for Cripps? I would definitely say Neil or Steele. And look, you're winning on both fronts, mate. Whatever suits your budget best, because they're both going to be guys we need to have at some stage in the year. So yeah, whatever one works best for your team, maker. Chappie says, "Who's GWS other ruck have gone?" Thinking of captain, I'm thinking Grundy, VC, or McRae. Well, you'd imagine Matty Flynn comes in, and he can have a solid day from time to time. But yeah, I would think Gorn could definitely tear them apart. So that's a very good point. And I'd be leaning towards McRae with the second part of that. Stuart says thumbs. Yeah, few thumbs up, mate. That's what we like. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. What are we? Just ticking over 9 o'clock, probably 30, 40 minutes of questions, and then we'll get stuck into the quiz. So be patient with me. Even if you've had your question answered, I'm sure there's a few of you guys out there that haven't. So in order to fairness, we'll try and get through them all, as many as we can. Then we'll get stuck into the quiz. A prize gaming. What would you do with Kelly at the Giants and Butters? I would hold Butters. Kelly, it's a pretty strong midfield to get into that top 10, top 8. I'd probably trade him, and you can probably look at anyone from Tom Mitchell, Darcy Parish, Petrarca, Brayshaw's going to drop, Miller's going to drop, Oliver's going to drop. So whatever you can sort of afford, yeah, it's not a disaster if you wanted to trade him out next week, back him in this week, and then get one of those guys that I just mentioned who will drop off a high break even this week. Is it worth doing Durden to Erasmus via Rochelle? Yeah, absolutely. I think Erasmus is a really good guy to get in. Durden, you would imagine, returns after just missing with the protocols, but I really like the look of Erasmus. Brandon says, "Hey, Daddy, thoughts on Paddy? Paddy Mac, Rowell for Bont and O'Driscoll." Yeah, don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. Like I said before, I think you got to get O'Driscoll in, and you can hold all, or you could keep. You could hold or trade, I should say, Rowell. I'm happy with either. Chappie, just having a chat to Jono. Nathan, Shorty, why do you look so cute with those bushy brown? Oh, lads. Shit, maybe it is time for the OnlyFans. Crikey. Trussell, what's the news with Hinge? I've got nothing for you, mate. I don't know. I'm still sort of waiting. Let's give him a little Google. There we go. Injury update, round 5. Crows. Oh, shit. Crows defender Mitch Hinge will be tested at training this week after suffering a hip injury in Sunday's loss to Essendon. He was subbed off, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like he's a test. So he'll either be right for this week or 1 week. So honestly, I probably think you hold him, to be honest, but we'll wait and see what the teams have to say. Stuart, he's drinking vodka, not water. Just keep that on the low down. It's a family show here. It's a family show. Lockie gave the pod a listen on the train the other day. Thought it was great. Oh, awesome. Langers will be stoked to hear that. It's Langers' baby. He loves it. But no, we always record on a Monday night, have a tipping. I think it's about 10 minutes for our tips throughout the week as well. So, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Jono loves the podcast. That's awesome. Thanks, Jono. Carl, Cripps and Hinge to Hewitt and Lukey McDonald. Genius or madness, Shorty? Look, I'm probably not in love with the Luke McDonald one. It could be genius, but it's probably not worth the risk at this stage. He's probably not banging the door down, I don't reckon. And look, personally, I think you hold Cripps. I'm probably going to hold both of them. If it's 1 week, no weeks, whatever. I think they've still got a lot to do. Wayne's back. Thank you, mate. I got rid of Butters for Heaney. I also brought in Sammy DeConning on the field for Hinge on the bench. If the rumour about Crip only 1 week, I think I'm keeping him. Good, mate. I like that. I'm in the same boat. I think I will be holding faith in Butters, but I'll also be holding Cripps. Gus says, what Coles you work at? Jeez. Don't come stalking me, man. Look, I'm at Warm Ponds, but I'm not actually there all too often. I deliver the groceries, so that little red van that you see floating around could be me one day. Well, depending on the day, it would be me. Zane, do you reckon? I I can get away with fielding players like Rochelle, Hayes, and O'Driscoll, thinking of holding Cripps this week. Look, yeah, you can. And, oh, shit. Look, you could get burnt. That it could happen. But the real question is, should I keep Cripps? And I think you should. So you just got to cross your fingers, send out a couple of prayers, meditate, do whatever you like, and just hope that those guys work out all right for you on this week. It can work both ways. Hugh Dixon, most would have been panicking, scores 96. It can go both ways. So, yeah, I have 71K in the bank. Is it worth getting in Skinner to O'Driscoll? My bench will now be DeConning and O'Driscoll, Ward, McDonald and Rochelle, Dixon and Durden with Nicky Martin on field, no Stevens, Hinge and Paddy on the field. Yeah, look, I like that. I think getting in O'Driscoll is a really good move, and the rest is pretty much in line with a lot of other teams. So, no, that's looking good. Wealth o' knowledge. I like that. Mates, how are we? Good, my friend. How are you? Thanks for dropping in. All 6 forwards played by the time I tried to loop Durden for McRae. Fuck, hate that. Cripps captain, he gives it a little yeehaw. So anytime we get a bit of a yeehaw in the live session is a good day. So, brutal though, mate. That's brutal. Nothing worse than the VC just kind of hurting you there, but it's happened to the best of us. Langers is back. As far as I'm aware, the dual position players will be after round 5 for round 6. Love it. Yeah, okay. Thanks, mate. That's what we like. That'll be very handy for old Shorty. Gus says, get around the NRL SuperCoach. I would if I knew anything about it. Don't know much about the NRL, mate, but you might be able to guide me in terms of that side. Junior, is Stevens on the outer now? Is he likely to play again soon? Not sure. I haven't checked how he went in the VFL. Anything can happen. It's really hard to say. I'd have to dig a bit deeper there, mate. But hopefully, for our sakes, he can return. Jonathan, rank 20. Just wondering what to do with Cripps. You're 20th. Holy shit. Might have to get you on the channel, mate, if you're breaking that top 10. I'd hold Cripps, mate. I reckon, particularly with where you're at. I know the urge will be to get good points each week, but I think a bit of short-term pain could serve us a bit of long-term gain. Josh, I need to bring in another primo mid to cover for Cripps. Do I trade out Cogs? Oh, no, look, mate, I wouldn't panic. Like, I think Cogs is still a really good option. I wouldn't be getting rid of him. And look, we always talk about captain loophole. You can do emergency loopholes as well. So when did Carlton play? I can't even remember. But, there's a chance that you can use a bit of, you can get 2 cracks at which emergency you want to score. So experiment with that. Aya says, when's the quiz? Probably 30 minutes. I reckon I'll put it out in about half an hour. I'll get people joining, and then in 5 or 10, we'll smash into it. Just trying to get through as many questions as I can, just to try and get to everybody. Della, Shorty, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for dropping in. Wayne, D. Stevens, plus 103K in the bank. Who would you pick to cover for Cripper? Probably I maybe Dill Stevens to. I wouldn't be upgrading Dill Stevens like to someone who's 300K. I'd probably look to bank some cash off Stevens with O'Driscoll or Neil Erasmus, mate. I'd be doing that. Scotty McKenzie's in the house. Thoughts? O'Driscoll in for Ward and Bowie to Doherty or Stewart leaves me 20K. Yeah, I think O'Driscoll's time is now. Bowie's made his cash, and I would go Stewart. Doherty's been on fire as well, I know, but I've just got a bit more faith in Stewart being a top 3 or 4 defender. So I just think they're both going well. Stewart was just sick the other week, but he should be back. Travis, hey, Shorty, trying to figure out who to get around the 400K mark, and I'm liking Daniel Rioli, defender option, and forward. He doesn't really light my fire, Rioli. There's something about it that just goes, he's going well now, but he's been inconsistent over his career. I know that was as a small forward at times, but even he played this role last year and he was up and down. So if he was cheaper, yeah, I would probably prefer to go some other options there, mate. Yes, Andrew. Sorry, Shorty, for the Chinese I was speaking earlier. These word limits. Oh, that's how it works, right? All these times I didn't realize there's a fucking word limit. There you go. I wonder why I always got like sometimes different snippets. Makes sense. Makes sense. What if I do a comment? Ah, yes, 0 out of 200 characters. Makes sense. Okay. Um, you work for Coles. Didn't know you deliver the milk. The grass. Yeah, it's just part time at the moment, mate. It's definitely not going to be forever, mate. Yeah, it's a solid job at the moment. That's about all it is, but it pays the bills, as they say. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Anthony, I reckon Ward and McDonald are in danger this week, considering Bowie and Ward to Erasmus and O'Driscoll. Like those two trades, gives me 300k to go towards upgrade next week. I like it. Yeah, honestly, I'm right there with you. I doubt both would get dropped, but I think there's a strong chance that one of them does. So watch this space. But they're a couple of good trades getting in those young Dockers. Samo's SuperCoach. Hey, Shorty, I have Bruce in, but will Hayes play? And if not, who would you trade in? I think he will play. I think Ryder's out for 2 weeks. He'll absolutely play, and that'll save a bunch of your asses out there. It's a look. You get a bit of bad luck with Cripps as a captain for some. You get a bit of good luck with potentially dodging a zero for some people with Hayes coming in for Ryder. So I don't think you need to look at alternatives because I'm very confident that Hayes will play. Caden, what has Erasmus scored so far? I think he scored 58 and 70. I think he had 18 touches and 15 touches and relatively solid centre bounce attendance. Expect Sarong to come back this week, but I think he's looking pretty good, the young fella. Gus says, thoughts on Mia Favola and Nick Dacos? Going to stay out of that one, mate. But look, a couple of smooth operators there. That's all I'm saying. Chappie, Caden, oh, yep, there he goes. Answers that one for me. Alex, the Dogs fixture is so easy for like 5 weeks straight. Bond's probably lost the most money at the moment. He's going to go huge. I'm not always a subscriber to weak team equals big score. It doesn't always work like that. Sometimes the big guns play even better when the game's on the line and, massive. Like Lockie Neal scored 105 in a 100-point win. He scored massive in other games where it's been closer. So he might have had a slight niggle. That might have been a poor example, but you get what I mean. Jonathan, Shorty, I'm first in your SuperCoach group. Any prizes? Far out. Well played. That's great. There will be a prize if you hold that spot for the rest of the year. Now, I'll be doing a SuperCoach draft league with subscribers next year. So the winner of every league and the winner of the footy tipping, maybe the winner of the overall quiz. I don't know. Maybe we could get the quiz involved. But I want to do a subscriber SuperCoach draft to reward the league winners and the group winners. So, yes, keep it up, mate. I like it. Junior, prize suggestion, an offline chat where the winner can show you their team and brag or maybe get advice for the weeks to come. You could use Discord. Oh, that's actually a really good idea. Could just, get a little 5-10 minute chat. I like that. I don't have Discord. I guess I could just whip out a little Zoom link, I suppose. I'd probably have to have the winner message me on my Shorty Supercoach Facebook. Thanks heaps to Dino too. He gave me a little donation last week. If you're out there listening, Dean, very generous, very generous. I really appreciate that. So I don't think I've seen your name pop through yet, but just wanted to say, thanks very much for that, and hopefully you're listening in. But I like that suggestion, Junior. DMAC, would you bring in O'Driscoll for Skinner or save the trade? No, I'd do that. I would do that. I don't think Skinner's doing all too much for us, and O'Driscoll potentially could really build into some real good cash gen for us. Zane, who's a better trade in out of Dixon, Erasmus, or O'Driscoll? That's tricky. What's Dixon priced at now? 4. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be saying it, but I almost lean towards Dixon now that Nick Nat's out. Oh, O'Driscoll's got the ton. Dixon's got the 96. I think Erasmus has the most upside as a player, clearly, out of all of them. So, but he doesn't have the ton sitting right there and he's scoring already. So that's tricky. I probably would flip a coin between Dixon and Erasmus depending on your positions, but O'Driscoll turned up, so gosh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Liam, where'd that go? Would you trade Hinge if he's out this week? No, if it's just 1 week, which it looks like, I'd hold him. I think we're pretty light on in terms of scoring down back for our rookies, so I think he's still got money to make. I look at him and go, he's going to get beyond 300k at some stage, so I'd keep him. Theo says O'Driscoll or Erasmus must. I think they just about are. I think you got to give them a look. It's always tough, this next wave of rookies, really, really tough. So I reckon I'd do me darndest to bring him in. Cheers to everyone who's jumped on board, up to 82. That's fantastic. And the quiz is not too far away, 20 minutes or so. We might even get people joining a little bit sooner, which would be cool. James the Great, what do you think of Keys as a pick? Yeah, he's come up a couple of times, and I think if you're looking for a point of difference, he's tough as nails, clearance king. If you want a point of difference, he'd be one of the best. Dylan, Shorty, how are you, buddy? I'm good, mate. How are you traveling? Thanks for jumping on board. Good to have you. Caden, who has a lower break-even, Hoff or McDonald? I think it's Hoff. I can't say for sure. Yeah, his is -2, and I'm pretty sure I looked at McDonald and wasn't in the negative. So, yeah, I believe Hoff's is the more advantageous. Brandon, who would you go, Bont, Oliver, Track, or others as first upgrade, as I have the main ones at the moment? Thanks, Daddy. Thanks for the question, mate. In terms of your first upgrade, if you wanted to do it right now, probably Bont, but I'd be more inclined to wait a week or two, wait for Oliver and Petrarca to drop a smidgen. Oliver could drop quite drastically if he doesn't go bonkers this week. And yeah, I'd work that into your decision as well, getting them cheaper over the next fortnight. Xavier says Joel Selwood, best captain of all time. Not the best captain of all time, in my opinion. I'm a Cats man, love him, but definitely top 3 or 4, I reckon. But I know he's got the 3 flags. Isn't a premiership captain. That's the only thing I'd say. But I love Joel. He's a fantastic leader. Gus, Cap, thoughts on new fortnight season? That's not my strong suit there, mate. Got nothing for you. Got nothing for you, unfortunately. Sorry, Gus. Randy, who would you trade out for O'Driscoll? Ward, Stevens, McDonald, Hinge, or Bowie? Probably Stevens or Bowie, depending who you're going to have to field. Obviously, Stevens is the one that's out indefinitely, not because of an injury, but if you're out of the team by form, who knows when you could come back. Hinge will come back when he's fit. And Bowie, well, I think he's just about done making significant coin. So therefore, that might be a nice option for you too. Brandon with a little bit of yeehaw. We love that. Rain. Rain Hail shines in here. What's going on, mate? Big fella, I'm ranked 280 and got Cripps. I want to keep, but I will have I may have to use 3 trades, get an extra premium to keep up with the people who don't have him. Don't get consumed with, I know you're ranked super well, but the tendency is to, stay with all these other nuffies that get rid of him. But I think I just called half my subscribers nuffies. My apologies. But look, short-term pain, I think you'll be rewarded in the long term. So, you might lose some points this week. But when those suckers have burnt too many trades in the future, you might be, that one trade could be crucial. I know it doesn't seem like it now, but in round 18, it will. Gus is not sure what he's doing there. Not sure what he's doing. Chris, suggestion, winner gets a footy. Well, if I had a spare $100 every week, I would 100% do that. But I don't. I like the suggestion. Could be an issue on the old postage and Shorty's wallet, but I like. Let's keep the ideas flowing. Wayne, new nickname for Shorty, the Oracle. Oh, Wayno, you're too kind, mate. You're too kind. What a legend. Theo, keep Hinge or upgrade Gibcus to O'Driscoll. I would keep Hinge. I still think he's got money to make, particularly when he ditches that 37 after a few weeks. And, Gibcus to O'Driscoll. If that's your only option, I don't mind it. Another yeehaw from Gus. Oh, shit. Love that. Love that. Mooney. We got Cam on board. Bring in Mitchell for Cripps, or who would you recommend? Got 641K, got Steele. Mitchell will probably do the job. I'd probably prefer to go like someone like Petrarca, to be honest, or like if you're set on trading, like I've been saying for most of the live stream, I'm keeping Cripps. It looks like it's 1 week, so I'll keep him. But if you have to trade, maybe the track. Jonathan, more than happy to come on the channel. Hello. Yeah, keep us updated, mate. Keep us updated. I'll got to reward the Shorty fans that are flying the flag up there in the top 20, mate. That's awesome. Yeah, if you're interested, just Shorty Supercoach on Facebook. Not that I use it posting wise, but if you want to contact me about that, would love to hear your insights. Stewie's Mountain Dew. What a name. Is Whitfield, Cripps, and Hinge to Sinclair, Heaney, and O'Driscoll worth the boost? Again, I want to keep Cripper. I want to keep Hinge. That's just my personal opinion. I would get rid of Whitfield. He's bounced back and been solid, but he's yet to hit the 3 figures. So I think I would base my trades around that with Whitfield. Ramagar, Shorty going to do a big J collab soon. Yeah, true. I will actually flick him a message probably over the weekend, I reckon. I was thinking that the other day. We're probably due. We were talking about when we initially did it. We were going to do it somewhere in the first month. So, yes, I think it's due. Oh, Max Walsh is here. What's going on, mate? Traded Rochelle for Cherry, so I didn't have to field Martin and ended up losing by the difference of their scores. Absolute disaster. Oh, no, mate. I'm telling you, bloody rookie roulette. It'll be the death of us. It'll be the death of us. Theo, you like Dawson for Hinge? I really like Dawson as an option. If you got a trade, then I get it. But I think Hinge at some stage will be over 300K. As long as we get confirmation it's just 1 week. He might not even miss. He might be okay. Junior, Liam Shields will return. Good point. Also, Ned Long has to be close. 9 tackles in the VFL. I think one of Ward McDonald gets dropped this week. Yeah, I think that's a really good call. I think it could be onto something. Caden, who do you think will make more cash out of McDonald or Hoff? I'd probably lean towards Hoff just because I think his job security is for the short term slightly better. And I think McDonald's 23 is going to halt his growth a fair bit in the short term and seems to be shakier in keeping his job security, but neither are going anywhere too quickly. Jono says, using projected prices, I'll have 550K to spend across the mid and forward line. Want to know your thoughts? Yeah, nice, mate. Look, that's a really good position to be in. I would just keep your powder dry for the minute and then try and line up Taranto, English, maybe Duncan in like 3 weeks, Petrarca, Brayshaw, Tuke Miller's dropping. They'd be the guys that I'd be looking at. Wayne says, made Neil cap for this week and Heaney VC. Maybe swap those, mate, because Neil is playing Thursday. So you might be able to get 2 bites of the cherry using a little vice captain loophole. Could be a nice little option. Yes, and Jono sort of outlined similar. Zach, hey, Shorty, thoughts on Bailey Smith? Yeah, look, he's a great footballer, attractive lad. But in terms of Supercoach, probably not. I heard a bit of a whisper. Langus sent me a graph. It sort of had the potential for Smith to get dual position status. That'd be interesting. Yes, if that happens. Pure mid, no thank you. Zach also says thoughts on Jack Sinclair. Loving what he's doing. He's made that midfield role really appealing for him. So I reckon he's going great guns and can score off half back too, which is great. Chappie, should I trade Ward for Freo boys to get better scoring for Cripps? Look, I've still got faith that Ward can show us exactly why he was drafted where he was. But when push comes to shove, yeah, I think you got to get those Freo boys in, to be honest, because they got the runs on the board. They're going up in price way quicker. So I think that's a good call. Jack Watson. Oh, Jackie boy. Amusement Productions. Here we go. This will be good. He's got a paragraph for me. Hi, Short. I know you've missed me. Just wondering, in a fantasy world, This will be good. If there were a seagull, turtle, and a Collingwood supporter drowning, and you could only save one, who would that be? Here goes the turtle. Look, I'd probably raise the question as to why the turtle was drowning. I think we can safely say that seagulls and Collingwood supporters can't swim. So I'd say the seagull. No disrespect to all Collingwood supporters out there, but I couldn't resist. Come on, man. The turtle's got to swim, doesn't it? They swim. Come on, man. Sports of nature. Is Cripps for Heaney still good? I'm suggesting to hold Cripps. Try and get Heaney in. I reckon he's a bit beyond the price that he once was, but I reckon try and get Heaney in. But Cripps, he's a premium. He's only missing 1 week. I don't think it justifies a trade, but a lot of people are doing it. Alex, these fellas in the chat think they're winning the quiz. Alex is looking all sorts of excited and a little freaky with the old devil face, but each their own. We love it. We got them 77 here, and we got 60 spots in the quiz, so it could be hot for spots. And I reckon, what's the time? 9:20 something, 9:28. I might release the quiz in like 5:10, and just get everyone joining and then get stuck into it. So I might not get to everyone's question, but obviously first in, best dressed is the way we rock and roll. Liam, Cats players haven't been too Supercoach friendly so far this season other than Stewart. Very true. Do you see this changing going further into the season? Danger, Duncan, Guthrie could be good cheap prices later on. I'd say the only one's probably Duncan, mate. I think Danger he'll have his days, but I don't think he's the consistent match winner that he was in his prime, which is natural. And Guthrie, I was never super hot on to be a top 10 mid, but Duncan, he'll definitely belong in our forward lines at some stage in the season. Amusement Productions also says, suggestion, winner gets a don't say it, no, stay away, don't you dare. A feet reveal. Look, and there's the token polite laugh. And next question. I hope I'm not hurting your feelings out there, mate. I mean, some of us just love feet, and I don't judge here. This is a safe space, man. Harry, g'day, shorty. Think of Gibcus or Stevens, Ward to O'Driscoll. Yeah, look, in theory, if all the lineups are the same, I would go Stevens because he'd be the only one not playing. So I'd always preference having a guy that is playing than not. He also says thoughts on Erasmus worth a trade. Yeah, I probably would actually. I probably do think he's worth getting in. Top pick, looking like a really solid ball winner. And only after a couple of games, I think there's upside for sure. Chris getting involved. Theo, my updated trades, Cherry for Dixon, Gibcus for O'Driscoll, and Erasmus for McDonald. Thoughts? I got 432 in the bank. Wow, nice. Yeah, that's good. Like, great to generate all that cash. And I can't argue with any of that. So that'll set you up really well, mate, to launch into some upgrades in the coming weeks. Where are we? Max, Gibcus or O'Driscoll, Stevens Ward to Erasmus or O'Driscoll. Which trade would you go? And for second, who out of okay? I would go. Yeah, look, I'd be intending to get rid of Stevens because like he's not playing. That seems to be a popular discussion. And oh gosh, I don't know. It's a flip of the coin. It's a real flip of the coin. My gut feel says Erasmus. That's my gut feel. But yeah, it's a tough one. Nathan, Bowie and Butters for Doherty and Thompson Dow. Definitely Bowie. I'm holding faith in Butters, mate. But I think Bowie's time is definitely now. Mooney, how many trades do you recommend to have? I wouldn't want to have too much less than 28, but it's horses for courses. If you've made 10 really good trades, which would be aggressive, but if they're good trades, they'll be your team will be okay. It's those ones that you look back and they were sort of wasted or they were sideways. They're the ones that really cost you. James, on the cruises tonight yet, shorty? Big Tuesday night, surely. Well, I am on holidays, mate, so maybe I will crack a little cheeky cruiser, but currently not yet. Not yet. Caden, thanks, Shorty, for your advice. I think I'm going to go McDonald and Ridley to Rasmussen Sinclair. Lovely, mate. No worries. No, good to have you on board. Love getting through the questions. Supercoach Swamp, thoughts on McInerney? Came back for a 130. Yeah, he looked great, didn't he? And that's what most owners would have been hoping for. Kudos if you kept him. Frustrating if you ditched him. But no, he's a good player. And he showed us exactly why. Oh, boy. What the hell's... Hi, Jack.
Give the people what they want, Daniel.
Mate, I tell them what's going on. I said 9:40. Just calm down, man. I know, and I appreciate that. The quiz you are not allowed in the quiz.
I'm allowed the quiz.
Full disclosure, I did the quiz with this man today.
Not true.
I did the quiz.
If I win, it's purely through knowledge.
What's your name going to be? Are you going to give me a funny name or?
We'll see.
Okay. Bye, Jack. Hi, Jack. This is the sort of weird shit that goes on in this household. Don't touch me. What the hell?
Hey, Jono.
Hey, hands off the nipples. Hey, Jonah. Oh.
Hey, Jonah.
Hey, Jonah. Hey, man. Cool.
He's ignoring you.
I'll talk to you later, bro. He's probably on his phone. Can only do one thing at a time. Stewie's Mountain Dew. Is it worth trading out Bowie for Doherty, or should I trade out Hinge instead? No, I'd do Bowie, mate, because I reckon Hinge could play. And he's still got money to make. So I'll be doing Bowie. I reckon his break even's about 82. Mooney, is it bad if I only have 26 trades if I use 2 this round? Look, like I said, it's not a disaster. You've obviously been aggressive, but just as long as they've been good trades, you're right. Hopefully not too much sideways action. Theo says, where's the quiz link, mate? It's coming, my friend. It's coming. Be patient, my friends. Be patient. Trying to get through as many as I can. Nate, you reckon Sinclair will be a top 6 defender? He'll be in that mix. Top 6 to 10. He's going great now, but I think I'm happy to trade him in, put it that way. Jono, who would I target as my forward upgrade? Shorty won't have that much to spend, as you know. What do you think of Shai Bolton? No, I wouldn't do Shai Bolton, mate. Timmy English, wait for Duncan to drop. I think Taranto's a must-have. Hopefully some of those guys can sort of help you out. Oh, boy, the boys are starting to go off. Shit, what am I up to? I bought in Erasmus and O'Driscoll this round, did Mooney. No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's good. Chris, Theo, calm your phone. Jonathan, yeah, I've still got 35. You've still got 35? Wow, Nature Bird, Heaney or English? I go English. I just like that dual position of the ruck. I think it's really handy. Aiden, if Butters has another poor week, would you trade him? Yeah, I would. I've got a lot of faith in Butters. But if he does have another stinker, then we got to sort of say, well, when's it ever going to return? So that's fair. Harry, P.S. Love the late night content uploads. Yeah, look, the later it gets, the looser I seem to be. So I'll keep them coming. I think people like a good story, and I've got a couple for you, I reckon, coming up. Amusement Productions is back, the cheeky little bastard. Junior, are you going early on Cherry? Well, going early is something Shorty is known for, but I will not be going early on Cherry. He also says, I missed a lot of the weekend, so not sure why. Someone mentioned he copped a bit of an injury, but played out the game. But yeah, look, I'd imagine he'd score anywhere from 50 to 90 this week, and whatever it is, he'll still probably leave my side for Bruce next week. The Nine's confused. My apologies. My apologies, mate. B, Crows or Tigers this week? I've tipped the Tigers. I think it'll be a ripper game, but just got to respect the reliability that the Tigs produce. Will, thoughts on Cripps and Stevens to Heaney and O'Driscoll? Don't want to keep him. I don't know why. I want Heaney. The heart wants what the heart wants, mate. I would keep Cripps, but that's all right. That's all right. Thanks, Jono. Noel, thoughts on Erasmus? Yeah, he's as close to as a must-have as you sort of want. He's my only concern is sort of Sarong coming back 5 in the future, but he looked great. He looked really comfortable at AFL level. Max Walsh, shorty, mate, we need to get you on more socials. Yeah, true. Look, I've sort of thought that from time to time. Social media is not my strong suit, but if you got suggestions, feel free to chuck them below. I reckon a few more questions, and then we're dropping that link, guys. What's the time? It's bloody nearly 9:40. Yeah, nice. Amusement Productions, can we fire Daniel for Jonah, please? Nah, Jonah's a bit of a prick half the time. Nah, he's all right. He's all right. We'll have to get him on the channel. The 9, can you put Cripps on the bench if you get Berry? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just got to hope that these rookies score all right, don't you? You just got to hope. But I think for 1 week, it's worth the long-term investment of Cripps. Noel, do you think Ward to O'Driscoll or Ward to Erasmus is worth trade? Look, I said before, probably my gut feel is Erasmus, but it's a genuine toss of the coin. Caden, who would you feel to replace Cripps, Hoff, Mead, or Erasmus? Definitely Erasmus. Robbie, McInerney for Rao. I wouldn't pull that trigger just yet. I'd be looking at Rao as an upgrade to a premium this week or next. Corey's in the house. How are you, mate? What do you think of Ward for O'Driscoll this week? And put Hewitt in the mid, have O'Driscoll D6. Don't mind it. I think, look, Ward could bounce back at some stage, but when push comes to shove, yeah, I think you need to get O'Driscoll in that side. Fraser, Shorty, when are we getting TikTok? Yeah, a few people said this. I might have to. Might have to. Sports of Nature, none of my mids are dual position. Well, that's okay. They will be by the end of this week. Jack Watson, Shorty, let's make a joint TikTok. I would actually do that, Jack. I would actually do that. Alex says quiz. The natives are getting restless here. Stewie, who will be your next upgrade target? I would imagine Miller or Petrarca. Well, I'm looking at Taranto or English as well. Amusement's back. Shorty and TikTok would be the perfect mix. We need to make this happen. Oh, boy, the last question. Chris, when it's quiz time, I'm that mode. I ain't scrambling here for you. Hear me. Ain't scrambling here. You hear me. All right. Jack Watson calling me a racist. You got to love that. All right. It's quiz time. There you go. It's the fucking quiz time. All right. Calm down out there. Let's do it. You happy, Jack? Give me a minute. See if I can remember how to do this. Go classic, host it. Now, this is where I butchered it last time. Use random names. No, I won't do that. And that should mean that you can pick your name. Oh, boy, we got tunes. All right. Oh, shit. Okie dokie. Give me 1 minute. So it is. Look at. .com/play. Nice. There you go. So that's what you got to go to. You got to go blooket.com/play. Sorry for the delay there. Shorty was out of control for a mini second. And the code is 153968. All right, let's do this. 153968. Hopefully you guys can get involved in that. Let me know how you're going. Pineapple Cruisers. Nothing better, Alex. You got to get around that. Jack Watson. Give me a bit of stick, you bastard. Quiz o'clock, Jay. Spot on, mate. Braden's in. Should I trade Cripps? No, I'd be holding him, mate. I've been saying hold him. Jack Watson is the parrot. We got 28 in already. We got 30 spots left, guys. Just clicked over. How long until you start? My computer's dead. Oh, no, bro. Get the charger, for God's sake. I'm probably going to start in like 2 minutes once this thing fills up. And yeah, then we'll smash out the quiz. 10 questions. I think there's like 2 SuperCoach related ones. Maybe like the rest are pure footy. We got 1 cheat in the quiz, so beware of that. I'm looking at the parrot. But yeah, I take it you can pick your own names. Actually, I can just check that. Oh, yeah, it looks like it. Big Puppy. What the fuck? Chaz is in. G-Train, Jack. I like Shorty's toes. That's interesting. Jono's in there. King Watson. No guessing who that is. Mad Dog. Mooney. Got Shorty's mum. What's up? Shorty's OnlyFans in there. Oh, shit. I can't read that out. Wow, that's aggressive from the pig. Holy crap. 49 players. What's going on, guys? Roll it through. A Prize Gaming's in. Dreaded's in. Feed enthusiast. Jeez, a few freaks out there. Actually, no judgment. This is a safe place, isn't it, Jack? Read it out. Far out, man. Oh, Jesus. 153968. Any dangerous scrolling, you muppets? Come on. 153968. There it is again. Come on. 54 players in. We got 6 spots left. Couldn't think of a name. I was scared I'd lose my spot. Nah, that's all right, Max. Get in there, mate. Jeremy, if you were to get rid of Cripps, who would you pick out of these two, Bailey Smith or Pendlebury? Well, out of those two, I mean, Bailey Smith might get dual position, but I feel like Pendlebury definitely will. So on that basis, I would go him. Alex, yes, it is quiz time. Directed that one at Jezza. Read the name you couldn't read out, you dog. Nah, no way, bro. No way, my friend. Now we got 3 spots left. So yeah, I made a couple of changes. So there's 30 seconds for each question as opposed to 20. I'll read the question out, but obviously the quicker you get in, the better. So I'll read it out as soon as I can. But obviously, you might be better off from a pace point of view, just reading it yourself and smashing it as quick as you can. This is missing the Kahoot music. Yeah, true. It does have some funky music. Mine's saying we got 57, which hasn't moved for a little bit. So the code is 153968. I'll just give it like 30 seconds. What's the website, mate? Blookit.com/play. All right. I forget how quickly the bloody comments get out of control. 58 players. We'll start this one in a sec. So that's the link. That's the code 153968. Jack getting a little loose. That's what we like, Watson. 60 players. All right, let's rock and roll. 30 seconds per question. Shorty's read them out. We got 10 questions of the best. Let's do it. Won't be able to see your comments, but keep them rolling through. Good luck to everyone out there. Get ready. We're starting in 2, 1. Let's rock and roll. What number did Dustin Martin originally wear? A Richmond. That's meant to be at. Thought I reread this. So, yeah, obviously you get rewarded for like 28, 32, 36, or 40 are the options there. Of course, you get rewarded for pace, but obviously don't just jump in too quick and get it wrong. So, and please stick around. If you get the first couple wrong, please stick around. I think for anyone watching, I know about 10 or 12 dropped out. The answer to that was 36. Yeah, people drop out. So, King Watson, you are a joke, mate. Come on. You are a genuine clown. King Watson cannot win, for the record. You clown. All right, question 2. So if someone drops out, you can get in late. 4 Saints kicked 4 goals in their big win over Hawthorn on the weekend. Who were they? Gresham, King, Membry, Butler. Membry, King, Butler, Higgins. Gresham, King, Hill, and Membry. Marshall, Hill, Ryder, or Wood. 20 of us are in. 25 are in. You got 15 seconds left. It's a bit of a convoluted question, but it was a great game from the Saints. 4 bags of 4. Kicking 4 goals. It takes me back to the good old days. Shorty's got a vice-like grip on the Sharon, ain't that right, Watto? And we're done. And the answer was, see again, Gresham, King, Hill, and Membry. Fair few of you's got that right. Let's check out the leaderboard. We got Watson on top, but Nate Strode, Long John Meyer, Skill Ross, Walshy's in at 5. That was just for the round, so good stuff. Jono's up there too. Question 3. In what quarter was Paddy Cripps subbed off after injuring his hammy on Sunday? First, second, third, or fourth quarter? Bit of an easier one if you were watching. It's been well publicised. So I probably won't read out the. No, I'll read out who goes well in the round, and then the leaderboard after 3 rounds. 2 seconds. Let's rock and roll. That was the second quarter. 20 has got that right. Few went first. That's interesting. That could shake up the leaderboard. While she's up there, Shorty's mum, right up there. That's interesting. The 9, G-Train. Good little round there. I reckon while she's moving up the board, he's up to second. Good stuff, which is first because King Watson can't win it. Question 4. Who did Gold Coast defeat to record their first ever win? Way back. Port Adelaide, GWS, North Melbourne, or Richmond? I think Luke Russell kicked a really good goal. I feel like Jasper Pittard had a stinker kick out of the back line, kicking it in, and he might have even been Jasper McMillan Pittard at the time. Remember when he debuted as that? Random as. 2 seconds, boom, and the answer was Port Adelaide. The majority of you guys getting that right. Couple went GWS and Richmond. But yeah, the majority knocking it out with Port. I don't know why this standings bit goes so damn quick. But Big Papi goes bang. Lockie, Mad Dog, Jake King's in here. We love that. And Skill Ross, Shorty's mum, Walshy, and John O'Ren. King Watson is still on top, but has already seen the quiz. Matthew Scarlett's famous toe poke in the 2009 Grand Final went to which Cat star? What a day that was. Corey Enright, Steve Johnson, Gary Ablett, Travis Varco are your options. Probably the easiest one, but some Saints fans may have PTSD and may have blocked this out. 10 seconds left. I think we only got about 49 or 50 still contending, still hanging around. So if you want to answer the last 5 questions and you're not in just yet, feel free to jump in. I think when people leave, others can jump in for a bit of fun. And it was Gaza. Quite a few went Stevie J. He actually kicked it into the center of the ground for that contest. King Watson, Big Papi Lockie, Shorty's feet went in quick there. And he's 16th. But Shorty's mom takes the lead. What's up, Mum? Where are we? Question 6, I think. After 4 rounds, who has scored the most SuperCoach points this year? Boak, Neil, McRae, or Tom Green? All been very good for us. Some of the best scorers going around. 15 seconds left. Most of you guys have got your answers in. I think 30 seconds works a little bit better. 20 seconds just felt a little bit rushed, I think. And we are timed out. 6 questions down. Who had a good round there? Lockie, Neil. Quite a few went Boak. That's interesting, but half of us, 30 of you, got it right. Johnny Longmire, or Long John Meyer, I should say. And overall, Watson, John Rand, Jake King, Shorty's mum, and Skill Ross is the top 5. 3 seconds. Let's rock and roll. Question 7. Which clubs has Josh Caddy played for? Giants, Geelong, Richmond, Gold Coast, Geelong, Richmond, Adelaide, Geelong, Richmond, Gold Coast, Richmond, Sydney. I feel like it's relatively simple when you walk through it, but potentially difficult to get in super, super quick, unless you've seen the quiz already, which someone in here has and told me he wouldn't do it when I actually ran it. You should win, mate. You should win. And the answer was, of course, Gold Coast, Geelong, and Richmond. And basically everyone got it right. There's a few went for A. Amazing how quick King Watson seems to get him in. Amazing. John O'Ran is leading the way. Skill Ross, Jake King, and Walshy. Question 8. We're getting to the business end now. Good luck, guys, to who is in contention. How many tackles did Took Miller lay on the weekend? 0, 3, 6, or 9? Getting to the business end of the quiz now. 47 of you are in. I reckon we've had 12 or 13 leave. So thanks for those guys who are sticking around. If you get a couple wrong, just stick around. There'll be people in there who, would want to stay in there and be in your position. So if you're still in the quiz, just keep punching out the questions, even if you're not doing too well. And the answer was 0, which a lot of you's got. Nice. That is the only time he hasn't laid a tackle in his career. How crazy is that? And there was some quick answers there. White fell asleep at the wheel. Will it cost him? No, he's still up there. Oh, he's well clear, but he can't win. So I think Skill Ross was number 2, which is number 1. For those not following along, before changing his name during his career, what name did Brian Lake play in the initial part of his career? Brian Reynolds, Brian Harris, Brian Smith, Brian Martin. Yeah, I think he had some issues maybe with his dad or something. But yeah. Yes, look, full disclosure, King Watson, anyone who's worried, he is my housemate. We went through I hate to say that, mate. We went through a quiz this morning, so he can't actually win the prize. Don't know if I have a prize, but Brian Harris was his name. A few of you thought Brian Smith. A couple went A and D. How are we going? 2 questions left. Junior had a really nice one. Shorty the Slim. Mad Thomas. Jake King up to the top spot. John Oren's in there. Skill Ross. And I think my mum was in there too. Question 10. Good luck. 3 of these players are yet to drop under 100 SuperCoach points in a week this year. Who is the best? Who is the player that has? Which one of these guys has dropped under 100 basically? Is it Hewitt, Short, Bontempelli, or Taranto? Only one of those blokes has dropped under 100 in one of these weeks. First 4 rounds. Very consistent players. I can tell you the one bloke, he only dropped under once. I think it was in round 2. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And it was Timmy Taranto. I think he had an 88. And that split a few. This is interesting. Only 16. 12 went Hewitt. 10 went Short. 7 went Bontempelli. Bont surprised me, actually. And who have we got winning? Skill Ross in 3rd. Jake King. King Watson wins, but he already saw the quiz. So Jake King, congratulations, mate. You're an entertaining player, and you've taken out the 2nd quiz. So good stuff. And I can sense Watson storming in, cracking the shits. But Kingy, hey Jack, what's going on, man? No, you won, but we did the quiz. Congrats, man! But you did the quiz this morning. You told me you wouldn't, and you took the piss out of the quiz.
I'm champion.
Look at him. You want to see a liar? Whoa! You can't cheat on my quiz and then not get involved.
Good game, guys. Better luck next time. I am the champion, so thanks for coming.
Whoever was Jake King, feel free to. I'll put in a link to Shorty's SuperCoach Facebook page, and you can send me a message if you like. I don't really know what I'm going to do about it, but just
prize for second.
You are a clown, my friend. You are a clown. See you Friday night, says Kobe.
Yeah, talk
Jace.
Kobe.
I've never seen a bloke move so quick when you pan the camera. Yeah, so true. He was off like a rocket, mate. Don't know if he answered quicker or moved quicker there. Yeah, nice. 22nd and 4th, Lockie. Nice. Good stuff. Good form. Tim, 8th place. Good stuff.
Hey, Timothy Fitzgerald, not too bad, mate. But next time you might be able to get close to King Watson. I'm a clear winner.
Well, yeah,
160
if you lost, I would have been pretty concerned, man.
I came 5th on one of them. I was like,
yeah, I saw that.
Quick.
I saw that. All right, let's go through, give a bit of credit out. So Watto was the only one who got all 10 right, but you'd imagine if you'd already seen the quiz, you would. Jake King was 9 out of 10, as was Skill Ross. And interestingly, John Oren also got 1 wrong, but was a bit slower. Now, Lockie got 3 wrong, but he was very quick to get into 4th position, I think. So really good, consistent results up there. Walshy, he was up there for the most part. Might have finished a bit slow, but still. Yeah, my feet could all work out. Long John Meyer was consistent. Liam, Gamble, the feature. Fozzie, Big Pappy. I think the G-Train didn't get one wrong, but he left early. So must have had a dinner date there. Feet enthusiast. Must have started licking some feet and just left the quiz. Which one are you looking at? Yeah. The Penguin's a little freak. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah.
I like Shorty's toe.
I like Shorty's toe. Yeah, Shorty's slim. Max scores a Kobe. And yeah, good stuff, guys. I think
I like the snake. You read the snake?
The masturbator. Classic. An oldie but a goodie, my friend. Yeah, good stuff, guys. King Ranger, far out. That was actually difficult. Thanks, mate. Well, look, couple of easy ones.
I didn't think it was too hard.
You got to have a couple of tough ones in there. Jono, why? Remind me of the 09 Granny. Jace, I count fucking 42nd. Probably worse than people not even playing. That's all right, mate.
Jace, and just be like next time, bro.
Jace, that's all right, mate. Get in next time. crack in even harder and you'll be right. John Wren came third. We love that.
Whoa.
Shit. Whoa. Amusement Productions gone all sorts of interpret there. I got no idea what that says. Thoughts on Seb Ross? I am not bilingual.
I think there's more than one language there.
Shit, man. This is what I deal with. This is what I deal with every day. Yeah, nice guys. That's the only quiz I had, Stewie. That's the only quiz. Thanks, James.
I'm making next week's quiz.
7th is good. That's not true. You can contribute, yes.
Can I make next week's quiz?
You can contribute.
I'll do it for a job. Can I make it next week?
You can contribute. And I would like to see you do the quiz without cheating. You did pretty well this morning. You would have been up there anyway. Good stuff, guys. Steve says, who's the peanut behind you? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Whoa. This is the peanut I got to live with every day. Daniel Tremba says best. That's actually that bloke had a pretty good question actually. I'll send through a link that I use for centre bounce attendances. I feel like the AFL website used to put it out each week, but they don't, or not that I've seen early. So I use this, which doesn't give you an exact.
Hey lads, just in the comments, can you tell me, do you think Cam Radder's a bust?
Oh yes, James says, yeah, that's a good point too. So
just in the comments, thoughts on Cam Radder, boys.
I use that with his percentage, but this Twitter site. Oh, Lockie's going to study up for the quiz more than the uni course. That's what we like to say. That was fun. Thanks for coming on board, Jace. Thanks a bit of a miss.
Things are hitting this.
Nathan, whose voice will I hear on the podcast when I listen tonight?
Unfortunately, not mine.
You won't?
I'm not allowed on the podcast. I've been barred. Langers, I've been banned from the podcast, and I deserve a spot.
You will hear Langers, Chuka, Tizio, and myself. Tizio 100, check it out. Goal kicking. Hey, Tom, thanks for joining in, mate. Hopefully we can see you a bit early next time for the quiz, but thanks for popping in regardless. Luke sent a message. Good stuff. Nice. Yeah, just flick. You might have done it already, but
thanks for using it.
Just flick through a little screenshot, would you?
Sure, man.
The subscriber goal kicking comp. Yeah, fair. I have said that a few times, and I haven't followed through.
Let's run it next weekend. Next weekend, guys, subscriber goal kicking comp.
Yeah, I could do that. Saturday, or would you do Sunday morning? Because a lot of people play. I know Sunday morning's not ideal.
Sunday, maybe.
I work.
Oh, Sunday morning. Yeah, Sunday morning.
Yeah, all right. Does Sunday morning work for people? I'll legit put it out there. I guess.
If you come down, sure to give you a sign, Sharon.
Max, I'd probably do it at Deakin, I reckon. Amusement says King Watto has to take over Shorty SuperCoach. I say the channel stonks after that. This is bullshit.
Thank you, sir.
The disrespect, man. Just because I don't show you my feet, bro. Come on. Thanks, Daniel.
Cheers to Jace. The first one's
no worries, mate.
The first sign sharing is right here. If you can kick a barrel from the centre square, Shorty's going to sign this and give it to you.
Back in the day, I used to touch that thing about 30 times a game in my prime.
Oh, you played fullback.
Debatable. Debatable. No, Golden fist. Golden fist. I did play fullback, full disclosure, but I had the ability to be an offensive defender. They said, "Shorty, we need a lift. Just run off your man." I was like, "Okay." They did. You don't know what they did or didn't do, bro.
You want a flag?
Nah, no flags.
Flag.
Sunday lunch would work better, Shorty.
Yeah, Sunday lunch, Shorty will just chuck a sickie at work. So.
I might, maybe I can just hang around for an hour and a half and then Watto can take over the goal kicking.
Yeah, we'll call it the house.
Thanks, Jono.
Nah, Jonas, we don't do that, mate. We don't do that.
Shorty, have you called the housemate? Yeah, this guy pranks me regularly. I got him pretty good last night, but I did.
No, I just laid it there. Like, there's no issue.
Amusements get stuck right into me. Yeah, James says Shorty is the next coming of Ridley. Yeah.
Shorty is next coming
Jukes. Of Ridley. Absolute Jukes, man. They used to call me Vice Grip.
Did that?
Yeah. Didn't drop him, mate. Didn't drop him.
Games,
the Interceptor. Oh, this one's for you. Has Watto had a few hot ones tonight? Jace says, you got it. Do you mean women, beverages, food? Do you have any? Do you have women over tonight?
No.
One. Do you have any women here tonight?
No.
No. Okay, that's a no.
Sorry, mate.
But
It's a pretty
keep it
rough Tuesday
posted.
night for me.
It's only 10 o'clock. So, Sam, I've probably missed it, but since Cripps, true, you probably did miss it, Savvy. But I would hold, mate. I would hold. You reckon you had a few hot boys, playing the old Gatorade saxophones. What does that even mean? Stewie, Shorty, do you pull any chicks? No comment. No comment on that. What's that look on your face for? Don't know.
Hold my tongue.
He's holding his tongue. About what? I'm unsure. So I'll leave that up to you judges out there. Lockie, Shorty, how much do you want for that dodgy milk in your fridge? I told him about the milk. I will sell that for $5. I'll give you 100 if you drink it. Oh my god. Amusement. I'm just a gentleman looking for love, man. You know, I don't pull chicks. I just go for lovely dinners in the quest for love.
No, you don't.
Whoa! What?
Dating 5 years.
Whoa! Look, it's been tough to. Oh, hang on. Stop the fun. Jonah's here. Hey, man. Don't you fucking prick. Turn the light on. What's up? Oh, sorry. I get weird when the lights go off. Sorry. Why do you have no pants on? Yeah. True. Well, we went to the quiz and Amusement says Jonah Illy. He loves you, bro. Likes feet. Like, I think Jonah's interested in the feet thing, so he's into feet. Yeah, if that works for you. This is raw entertainment. JB looking for love in all the wrong places. That's my motto, bro. Austin says, "Who pulls more words, old mate in the back or Shorty?"
We don't talk to women.
We don't talk to women, man. It's too complicated. Jonah's actually got a date lined up. Where you going? What? She didn't call you back? Hey! Lockie, this is must after the dark segment of the stream. Sports of Nature says flat feet only. Hey, they're pretty flat. Yeah.
No.
What? What is that offensive to say you have flat feet?
Athletic.
Oh, athletic. Yeah, athletic feet. Jace says, where you blokes from?
Shorty's house.
No, we're from Geelong, mate. Geelong. Shorty's house. I was just telling the boys how I used to rack it up on the field. Football now, etc.
For Winchelsea. 2 games.
Shut up.
2 games.
Go have some dinner, man.
He copped the spray from the reserves coach and quit.
Shut up, bro. My full potential wasn't reached.
3/4.
My full potential was not reached. Hey, what's going on? Still recovering from the Coca-Cola from the weekend, though. Definitely surviving on all fronts. Good frag. That's what we like. Well, it's up for interpretation. Well, I can't say that. This is a family program. Well, the last 10 minutes hasn't. Amusement is back. This will be reckless. Did Shorty get dropped from the resi? And that's the end of the stream, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's done and dusted. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Probably going to wind it up there. I had a tough day. Coach just didn't understand me. Jono says, Rich, an awesome player. Hey, what Max, I reckon.
Rich is a gun. Great 250. I was at the game on Friday night.
Max is bloke from TAFE, actually. I reckon instead of goal kicking comp, we get a game going so you can show the potential. That's fair. I mean, I'll kick 6 any day of the week, as long as I play in Jonah. Could be 8. Football now. Did someone say that? Surely not. Nah, it didn't happen, Shayna. Yeah, it actually didn't happen. I quit.
They copped the spray from the Reserves coach.
My potential was not reached, and it's getting late. Hey, you should probably wind this up. I actually played some good games at Geelong West. You boys just never saw that. And I didn't bond with the coach at Winch. That's a fact. I got moved to half back after dominating half forward. I mean, I had kicked a snag once. Yeah. Anyways. I support the Cats, Nate. Sports Nature says, bloke in the back, pretty fit. Flash the feet. Show me your feet, Daddy.
Show the feet,
Jack.
Show your damn feet. I'll give you a foot massage.
Will you?
Nah. Yeah. Drink the milk. Get the milk. Have you seen the milk in the fridge?
Well, we're in his dance for what he
It's fucked. Well, none of us buy that brand. Hey, fridge is the other way, bro. Okay. No, I might. Should we wrap it up, or do you want to keep talking some trash? Jace, I won a Colts best and fairest. Well done. Fuck, that's good. Downhill since. Well, your downhill is better than anything I've ever done. So well played, mate. Jonas
My
Lynch.
little sister's netball team would beat a team of shorties on the
Jonas
field.
reckons I sleeps with the fucking lights on.
You
That's
do.
it. Jonas, you come to the goal kicking contest, mate. Me and you 1-on-1. That Sharon's coming home with me, mate.
No, we're not showing you the milk.
Nah,
I should've told you
the
that.
milk's disgusting, man. Shorty, I swear I just saw a ghost near the window. These boys are aware of the paranormal activity. They're aware. It is paranormal. How does my phone end up next to me?
You pick it up when you're sleeping.
Hasn't
you
happened
Wake
yet.
up, you don't remember it.
It never happens. It hasn't happened in
You're
like
just
6
stressed.
years.
You're just stressed.
I'm
'Cause you're
stressed.
looking
I'm
for you.
stressed living in this goddamn house. Put some pants on, Jonah. Chris says milk time with a devil face.
Oh, naughty Chrissy, eh?
Chris is a bit of naughty going on, mate. Jono's the milk. No one's chugging that.
Cute laundry basketball on shorty.
No one. Hey, my undergarments are in there, bro. Sensitive content. Matt, I just joined. Are you still talking about SuperCoach? Look, Matt. Nah, we're not, bro. Nathan, cute laundry basket behind you. Nathan's taking the piss.
What's happening Thursday night, Shorty?
Oh, come on, man. Nothing. I'm working. Fuck! Oh my god!
Wait, are you working?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Working.
Yeah.
Cool. Not like people from work watch this. And thanks, man. That's cool.
What's plans for Easter weekend, Shorty?
Easter weekend going to the footy, mate. You want to come? Oh shit.
The other 3 days.
Maybe play some golf.
Yeah.
Play some
If
golf.
she already gets to 2,200 subs, he will chug the milk.
2,200. I'm on 3,300. Bro.
If Shorty gets to 3,500 subs, he will chug the milk.
Oh shit, that's just brutal. What uni course you blokes bludging in? Nah, we got full-time workers here, mate. I'm the only bludger, mate. Got some full-time workers here. SuperCoach Pro, I'm kicking 10 on you, Shorty, as back pocket. All right, mate. Put your
I'm on
money.
holidays, Nathan.
All right, it's looking like next Saturday or Sunday we're going down to the footy oval, and these chums are going to come along. You don't have footy next weekend? No, this weekend you don't have footy.
Yeah. I'm not doing golf again.
Why
I'm
not?
not getting the video. Because my students get on there and try and find me.
That's all right. It's just a social thing to do.
Yeah.
Chappie, what's up? Boys, give us some funny AF stories like the one where Shorter dropped that chick at the festival.
You don't want
Don't know.
You
No.
don't want to know the
Good story,
real story,
Shorty.
guys. You don't want to know the real story.
I'm just a gentleman looking for love. And Valentine's Day is favorite day of the year for me. It's just such a romantic time.
We had a good night Valentine's Day.
We
night.
did. We had a cute little dinner.
Watched a nice little movie or something
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Candlelight dinner.
Yeah.
Should have heard Shorty on Gold Coast.
We cried. No. Nah. No, Jack.
I'm not gonna say.
Don't come preaching my students watch, man. Don't. Boys.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
Had a good
Yeah,
week.
true.
Had a good weekend. It was fun. It was a nice weekend.
Jay says, how much flights from Perth to Geelong? Oh, mitts. Well, Jace is flying over.
Good Jace.
Noel, any of you boys play Dream Team AFL Fantasy? No, I actually don't.
Yeah, I do.
Jack does, apparently. Never seen it in my life. But Frag says, might be a few ladies snipping around, tracking your phone. Oh, dear. You are the ultimate bachelor, as we all know. Thanks, man. See, Frag acknowledges a bachelor when he sees one. Not the ultimate bachelor.
Should Shorty SuperCoach go on Bachelor?
Or Maths.
Or Maths or
Yeah, should Shorty apply for one of those maps or the Bachelor
or Love
Australia,
Island or
Love Island, any of that? Should Shorty
Probably-
apply for it?
Probably
yes,
got to work.
yes or no in the comments, guys.
Probably got to work on the rig for Love Island. Nah, probably not. Okay. Tough crowd.
I reckon you'd be good on maps.
Yeah. Want to hear a joke, boys?
Yeah.
So a dyslexic walked into a bra.
I don't find that funny, bro.
You don't find that funny?
It's quite offensive.
Oh, you can't tell those jokes anymore. Because it's normally bra. I'm sorry, it's normally bar.
Yeah,
But 'cause-
yeah, got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Didn't
Shorty will
laugh.
get rejected from those shows just like he got rejected from the Rezzies. Shorty absolutely has a head for first dates on Channel 10.
Oh, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Who actually said that?
Shorty,
Chappy.
go on first dates.
It's nearly at that stage. Jonas Shorty, when you come into Melbourne for the footy next, have a goal kicking
Monday.
before. Yeah, actually Monday. I'm actually going Monday.
You get your ticket, Shorty.
The MCG. Yeah, are they out Wednesday, I think? Nathan, girls love a bloke with a shorty haircut. That's a fact. Thanks, man.
We're telling Shorty to get a mullet. Do you guys think he should
Yeah,
get one?
mullet?
Let us know in the comments.
Well, what?
We're trying to get him to
Kai's
get
in the
one,
house. I just got here, bro. Probably already asked.
please.
What to do with
Cripps?
Cripps?
Drop him,
Hold
bro.
on,
Yeah.
Hold him.
No, hold.
Drop him.
We
man.
hold
him.
Cripps, and this conversation's gone so far from SuperCoach. It's not funny, but hold.
Yeah, mullet for maths. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Oh, we asked.
Yeah, we
the
told
mullet
him to get a
question.
mullet,
Yeah.
yeah.
You should get a mullet.
Rock the mullet.
Okay.
You're getting good feedback.
Yeah, I am
A
actually.
mullet would suit.
Supercoach Pro.
He says don't get a mullet. Jono says yes.
Yes.
Kai's in love. Oh, that's great.
Maybe
Maybe.
loves you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay, should we just tune in? What do I do with Cripps?
Bro.
What, you haven't taken this last 10 minutes as valuable information? Hold him.
Farmer
I would
wants to
hold
lie.
him.
Shorty is the furthest thing from a country boy.
No. Farmer wants a husband. He's one of the city boys. He's a city boy.
I could, if I needed to, I could be a farmer.
No, you couldn't.
No, I could. I've got the handyman
straight
skills.
line.
You've never had no work
I've
at
got
all.
the rugged look.
He's such a city boy.
Just bringing the cows in from the back
Have you
paddock,
ever
Mark.
picked up a tool?
Yes.
What was that accent? Because we're old blokes out there. There's no fucking.
That's what I presume a farmer sounds like.
That's condescending.
Well, fuck off.
Hey, Nate, what's up with oh, Shorty's a scarlet type looking bloke.
Nah, no scarlet, bro.
Hold Cripps for all those people out there
Oh,
wondering.
Cripps.
And just watch
Be
the
the
watch the
next Eagles
replay.
story.
It was probably the most commented.
Shorty on the Bachelorette. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Get him on there. Do you reckon
Jonas
he gets a few
is
roses?
Jonas is a cheeky little fella. So is Supercoach Pro. Could be the next Wiggle. Wow.
Sing us a song.
Nah.
Hey, I've got a good video of you singing Hot Potato.
Nope. Ha. Ha. That's pretty funny. Probably there's worse videos you could show. Do I trade Cripps this week or nah? Nah, hold him, mate.
Old Cripps.
He's only out for a
Shorty looks
week, I
like a
reckon.
mop.
Wow.
Oh, whoa, hold on.
Whoa, Kai.
Kai.
1
Whoa,
minute ago you
positive-
said you
what
loved
about
me.
positivity he
This
got?
is toxic, man. Come on,
If
Kai.
Shorty got-
King Ranger.
Can't read that.
If Shorty got tats, he will look a little
Like
like
James
James
Harmes.
Harmes. Or am I crazy? Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think you're right.
We are a tatted up group of people.
Yeah. You're not tatted up.
I have tattoos.
Nah, he's lying.
What the-
Thanks, Jono. The rugged look is a kind way to put it. Ouchie. Get him a celebrity, get me out of here. Oh, shit. He's the only. Oh, he deleted his comment, you
What
little
is
cheeky
that?
bastard.
Oh, what else?
Slugs or grubs. See, Nath loves me. See? Nathan, I appreciate the feedback, but I have to, if I got to answer that question one more time, Nathan, hold him. Hold Cripps. But I appreciate the love.
Trade Cripps.
I reckon we might be. There's 55 people watching this crap. There's 55 people.
unreal.
This is crazy, man. Bit of charisma, Shorty. Thanks, Kai.
He doesn't
Thanks,
have
Kai.
much
Do you think these boys have
I
charisma?
think he's telling you to get some.
If I have misinterpreted that, fuck you, Kai. If I haven't,
He's
thanks,
only
brother.
out for a week, said the Rez's coach. Not. He could get fed for this year
I can't believe he's. For the record, I quit on my own volition.
because you got the spray.
I did cop a spray and felt like I didn't belong to the club anymore. Nah, there was lots of reasons in that, to be honest. But we won't go there.
This is better than Roman Bryan.
How much do we hold Ralph for? I'd say 1 week, or it could be this week, to be honest, mate. But he's still got a good ceiling. Better than Roaming Bryan.
Well, what's the
Supercoach
odds
Pro.
on Xavier Dersner?
He's getting rid of Lukey Ryan. What's that?
The old BJ Roman Bryan of Xavier Dersner.
That was kind of awkward, wasn't it?
That was very awkward.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I Roman. She's like, I was at school. I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, Brian was like, Chappie loves it. Guy, let's go once.
Butter's gone.
Nah,
The issue
okay.
for Adelaide is they've got no ticker. They're a heartless team. They're soft as anything.
Oh, when you get a chance, Nathan's taking the piss.
Well, no, there's a.
Nah, he's been a funny bastard.
Shorty costs too much running. He's not afraid of rejection, old Shorty.
Nah, well practiced. Well practiced.
If
What
you
do you-
see Shorty out and about, ask him about your SuperCoach team. Like, seriously, we love to hear about your teams.
Don't be afraid to go up to him either.
Yeah.
He loves being
loves it.
recognised.
He actually feeds his ego. and
Great for the
loves it.
ego.
So
Yeah.
you see him out, go up to him.
Yeah, such a narcissistic prick. That's what I'm about.
Whoa.
Oh,
Shit, that got serious pretty quick. I'd hold Hinge, Kai. I think he's a test for this week, and
Jack Sinclair's a great option, boys. Come to the Grampians against Shorty.
Grampians is a pretty brutal spot for me. I went there twice, and COVID hit twice, and I punched my steering wheel and broke the door. So remember that?
Yeah, the door's still broken.
Door's broken.
Who are these Donnies? Who am I fighting at Warm Pond Skate Park? Come on, Evan.
Warm Pond Skate Park.
Come on, Evan.
Evan, I reckon you could take them all, Evan. Warm Pond Skate Park.
Come on, Evan.
Come on, man. Living in Geelong, see you a lot, Cats players, especially down Paco. Yeah, fair. When I was playing VFL, I used to walk down there too.
You never played VFL.
I could have.
Don't lie. You never did that.
Wow.
And you never could have, really.
Wow. I reckon we might wrap it up.
Thanks, Evan. Was it Evan?
Unless Evan's going to talk some trash again. I'm putting it out there to you, mate. I'm still meant to call Tyson about the damn house. I forgot about that.
Thoughts on Heath Chapman? He's a good young player.
He is a good young player. Boat's probably sailed on that one, mate. I probably wouldn't. He's a good player, but I think you probably either wanted to start with him. He's probably jumping on board a bit too
When
late.
Craig pinged to Hammy. Jake, you smack talking?
Nah, false. Come on, Jake. Surely not. We would have heard about
Don't
that.
hurt me.
See you down at West Oval. Big Fraser.
a big phrase, eh?
Shorty used to play-
phrase.
you- Shorty used to play at West
I used to
Oval.
play-
He played 4 games. He
Used
quit
to,
again.
used to play for Geelong West, and his feet is dead. Evan, the brand new half pipe
makes
makes.
a good octagon.
He's them fighting words.
Yeah, Evan, fucking watch your mouth, boy.
I'm gonna wrap it.
Aw.
Oh, who's in music production?
I don't know, but he's pretty funny. There's a few funny bastards out there. All right, I'm actually gonna wrap it up. This has been fun. I think we should do this loose content more often, but
Just remember, lads, I'm the champion of the quiz.
you are not.
Try and win against me next week.
The winner, message me online. Like I
message
said,
you.
we'll work out something. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Good night, God bless.
Chai latte o'clock.
Love you.
Good stuff. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Back of clowns.